Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the third and final episode of this iteration of New Game Who Dis, the tabletop RPG podcast equivalent of those super compelling 1980s infomercials. I'm David Winters, your surrogate Rompapil for the evening, and I'm slinging the latest Ronco gadget known as Dungeon Crawl Classics, an RPG published by Goodman Games. And here's my pitch. Do you want a retro-feeling RPG with more streamlined modern rules? Well, I have just the game for you. Now, before you pick up your phone and buy now for 4 easy payments of $29.95, let me introduce you to the rest of the crew. We're yet again graced with the presence of Grant Berger, Maher, and Matthew Capodicasa, 3 of the stars from many of the countless GCN properties that you know and love. And then, of course, there is the cornerstone of New Game Who Dis, Kate Stamas. Welcome back to the 4 of you.
Kate Stamas.
I thought you were trying to get that out of your head, Grant.
No, you can't leave.
Also, Grant Berger.
No. Grant Berger.
Grant Berger.
I like to think of it more as the Red Robin theme. Grant Berger. Yum.
Yum.
That makes
Or
more
it could
sense.
be the By Menon jingle.
Yes, of
Grant
course.
Berger.
Yes. When you were saying 80s infomercial, I was thinking, and who could forget Baby Do That To Me One More Time by Captain and Tennille. Just with the yellow, the list of songs, and one's yellow, and that's the one playing.
Yeah.
Love.
Did any of you ever buy any of those
Romance
gadgets?
classics of the 70s. They're all here.
You're in 16 DVDs or 16 CDs.
DVDs.
Get it all.
That's right.
Columbia
That's what
House.
they had in the 80s was CDs.
I was once watching an episode of Simon and Simon with my father, and somebody, I think Gerald McRaney or the other guy, one of them had some surprise adult son, and they tried to buy him a CD, and it cost them like $50 or something. And I remember thinking, the 80s.
That was a good show, though, Simon and
It
Simon.
was a good show.
Although I was more of a Matt Houston guy myself.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
I think I'm on the wrong show. I don't know what's going on anymore.
No, you're here to counterbalance all of
I'm
this.
in the wrong room.
That's why you're here.
Kate, I know you live most of your life on the web. I don't know if you're old enough to have ever encountered a GeoCity, but I think that's where the information these gentlemen are talking about currently resides. If you can find,
You can find it all there.
or an Angel Fire site.
Angel
Or-
Fire.
Got many GeoCity and Angel Fire Hanson fan sites.
That's what one does, I guess, in the Angel Fires back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Hanson, what else, Kate? What were your other big go-to early web establishments?
I mean, GeoCities and Angel Fire, because you'd have to go back and forth because like there was a paths that you could like get if they were available. So you'd always want to wait for like, and they were states. So you want to wait for like Hawaii, which was high, but it was either high 2 or high 4. And I was like, I really want high 4 Hanson, but like, I'm not going to get it because someone else is going to get it. Anyway, there's also like Live Journal and Dead Journal, and then you know, MySpace and all of that.
External?
I
don't think that's the thing. Is it?
Was it?
External?
I don't know.
It sounds very R-rated, Matthew.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
You sure?
What was the... I'm hold on.
Quickly, delete my account.
Now, apparently, External is a student-run visual arts journal at Knox College.
Oh,
So I
right.
must be thinking of something else.
I think you are definitely thinking of something else.
I think you're
But
also
keep
on the
Googling.
wrong show, Matthew. Both you and Kate have showed up to the wrong show.
I'll see
Do you
myself
guys still
out.
have MySpace pages?
No.
I
I don't
never
have
did.
Facebook either
never did?
anymore.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
Yeah, me neither.
The first time I heard about MySpace, it was at an MC Chris show.
Oh,
The first person that mentioned it.
And do you still have it, Skid? It sounds like
I don't know. I might somewhere. I was just telling him I just rediscovered my Hollywood Stock Exchange account.
This is amazing.
Yeah, do any of you remember Hollywood Stock Exchange? I know I've talked about it with Grant and Matthew, but
I don't know what that is.
Well, it's this sort of like online game where you use fake money and buy stocks in movie stars and movies coming out, and then the stocks would fluctuate based on the box office returns of the movies that these people were in or the movies themselves. And so it was really fun. I did a lot of it back in the day. Like, you start off with $2 million, and I was like, I wonder how my account is doing. I haven't logged in since 2004. So let me just log in, and it took me a while to find it and get it. But I have like $70 million in cash, and I was like, why did I have so much money? Partially interest, you earn some interest, but I also remembered because you can buy prospects for like IPs, and so I just bought every possible comic book franchise back in 2003. So I had like Avengers, like Fantastic Four, Iron Man, like all that stuff, and now I'm a multi-fake millionaire.
I wonder if you could somehow like NFT-ize that and like become a real millionaire.
I'm open to the possibility. I know you're the expert at that stuff, so you handle all that. You can get out of a commission.
Oh, for sure. I am definitely the expert in the blockchain NFTs.
Anytime I have questions about NFTs and blockchains, I just come to Kate.
That's me. They call me Crypto Kate.
That's it.
Or they will now. Anyway.
Crypto Kate.
Special Crypto
Which
K.
Crypto Kate. For the record, I was thinking of Zanga and just merging it with LiveJournal in my mind.
That is a thing. Yeah. I don't know if I had one of those. Yeah.
Well, speaking of journals, and these would be the old-timey variety as we transition to a new game Who Dis, as this is tragically our last episode of Dungeon Crawl Classics. Matthew, could you please tell us a bit about what's coming up?
Moi?
Yes, you.
We agreed on this before we started.
Yeah, you're on the show. It just falls on you.
I've never heard of this bit. No, yes. The return. Next week, Wednesday, August 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern is the return of the Call of Cthulhu.
Oh.
Yes, your favorite... Excuse me, I just got so verklempt about this possibility. Your favorite investigators from that impoverished shantytown will return. Troy will be back as keeper, along with the intrepid Becca Scott and Nora Ibrahim, and the decidedly less intrepid Joe O'Brien and me. And Troy promises that we are going to finish the scenario. I don't know if I believe him, but join us next week for the 2-part finale of Call of Cthulhu.
And I believe, according to the newsletter, you guys will be streaming live from the deck of the USS Intrepid on the west side. So that's exciting too.
That is factually correct. You can find us between the Blackbird and the Tomcat.
She's a grand old ship. I'm excited for this year.
Big get for you guys. Big get. Usually it's large charity events up there, but actual play podcast.
I once went to an office goods expo on the Intrepid. I'm not making that up. I went to an office goods expo on the Intrepid.
Why?
Because I ordered office goods for the company I work for. And they said, come to our thing. And we went, and they just had a bunch of little stands where you could try out pens that were made from corn.
I love the corn pens. I love the corn pens.
You know how most companies give out like pens and office supplies with their name on it as like gifts at expos like that? Did the office supply companies give out things that weren't office supplies as gifts to people?
Nope, they gave out office supplies.
Oh.
It was very unoriginal.
Huh.
Here's a reward for ordering lots of our office supplies. Have some office supplies.
Yeah. This one will last not very long at all, but it's a fun color.
Well, speaking of office supplies, actually, that's a really awful transition.
I can't wait to see where you go with this.
Nowhere,
pins
actually.
and needles. Oh, come on.
Actually, nowhere. Yeah,
you're the experts. You can do this.
No. That's
we just finished the paper shredder of intros to a game with the funnel.
There you go.
See, and there you go. That's how it's done.
That's why you
It's
make the
your
big
first
bucks, and I
time.
don't.
You know.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's
You'll
just
get there.
I'm just buckling under the pressure again and again. And another
We're all
example.
here to help each other, to back each other up, save, throw life preservers when someone's drowning.
Wipe
Yeah.
the sweat off your forehead with some nice printer paper that you got from the Office Supply Expo.
Well, one thing that is decidedly not an office supply is a funnel, and we just finished our level 0 funnel last week, and 16 PCs plus 1 NPC, young man Roberts, went into the quote-unquote dungeon, and I believe the number was 7 came out. 2 each for Matthew, Grant, and Skid, and only 1 for Kate. So we know what Kate's doing. The other 3 of you, less so, but this is when we start talking characters. So in DCC, generally after, get the tavern tunes back. Generally in DCC, once you're done with the funnel, you have enough XP to level up. In DCC, more or less, encounters are worth anywhere from 0 to 4 XP. Average encounters are worth 2, and then you level based on XP. However, the levels get wider and wider. So the first level is 10 XP, then the next one I think is about 20 more, and it spaces out. So actually your leveling does tend to slow down in this game. But luckily we're just at level 1. Let's talk characters. So, Kate, you're not the surprise here. Who do we have? What do we have?
Well, we had Subaru the Forester, who is now Subaru the Wanderer, because at level 1, you get a new title. So now they're the Wanderer.
So, elves are a fun class. They're kind of a combination of a little bit of combat as well as a little bit of magic. We'll talk about the magic system a little bit later. Kate, what are some of the other fun things you get as an elf?
I get free armor and a weapon. That's really fun. I don't have an amazing intelligence. It's all right. So I only get 3 spells. I get to know like 2 more languages. And I don't know. I feel like my spells are like the best part.
Yeah. The spells are big.
Yeah.
You're basically very similar to a wizard, which we might be talking about, but you have a little bit of combat too. So that's kind of your thing, is you can do a little bit of both. Now,
So classic. So classic D&D.
Just what, the demi-human race of elf? Is
Yeah,
that
like a demi-human being a multi-class thing. I remember when I was in 3rd grade, I was playing Advanced Dungeons and Dragons for the first time with my friends Josh Madison and Eric Gibson. And Eric's character was
Name
an
drop.
elf fighter. Right, I know. Just
Such
So-
a name dropper.
Eric was he had an elf fighter. And so I wasn't familiar with the new rules in AD&D. So from my perspective, elves get spells. Elves get a spell at first level because that's their thing. So I harangued both of them. I was just like, no, at first level an elf gets a spell, and I just wouldn't give up, and they just gave him the spell. And then I felt super embarrassed afterwards when I learned it was a completely different game.
But it's as
But he
we've
got a
learned, it's all about harassing the people you play with, right?
That's right.
Until you get what you
It's a
want.
tradition
That's
I've carried on
confident.
well into adulthood.
Why would you?
Confident enough, people will listen to you.
That's right. I learned a lot that day.
I think the other difference between elves and wizards is that I automatically get 2 spells, Patron Bond and Invoke Patron,
Yes.
which I don't fully understand. I think it's like I get like a god friend that I can call on sometimes,
You
but
do
it costs me a lot.
It does. You have to make deals with them in order to get things, but you get access to their spells and stuff. But you're in luck, Kate, because given the scope that we have left in this adventure, we're not going to be doing a lot of that because that can be kind of timely. I will actually let you swap that out for a different spell.
Okay. Ooh.
Have you rolled spells or done anything yet, or are we doing that right now?
I rolled my 3, but I didn't roll those extra 2 because I just kept it as Patron Bond and Invoke Patron.
Let's roll let's roll an extra 1 because Patron Bond and Invoke Patron are actually kind of related to each other. You're going to roll 1 more spell for me. That's going to be out of, let's see. page 127 of the rule book. So give me a D27 or D30 and we'll subtract out.
Got 23.
23 is going to be sleep, which
Ooh.
is ironic because
you're
you are
immune
immune
to
to
it.
sleep. But hey, why not? So now you have sleep as well. Excellent. All right, Kate,
Awesome.
is that all? Is that all for now that you want to show off about Subaru?
Yeah, unless you want to get into the spells that I rolled.
Yes, tell me the other 3 spells. please.
Okay, very exciting. I rolled comprehend language, which I thought was funny because now I know like 5 languages and then maybe another one if I try hard enough. I also rolled magic shield, which is great. I love playing characters that can defend themselves a bit. I don't like I get nervous when I'm in the middle of combat, and with this character kind of being a mix of that, I'm glad to have magic shield. And the third one, my favorite, I rolled find familiar.
Oh, cool.
I know, right? And there's this
Oh,
whole
that's
table
awesome.
where you can roll randomly the familiar
I love it.
when you get it based on your alignment. So I'm excited to use that.
And what is your alignment, by the way?
I was gonna choose neutral, but the familiars for chaotic are so much better, but I don't know.
Now,
One of the familiars
you-
for a chaotic character is a tiny, attractive woman. Like,
Oh, that's awesome.
what is that?
A tiny, attractive woman.
How
Yeah.
tiny?
I don't know. It doesn't specify.
It just says tiny.
did you roll the last thing you need to roll for your spell? All your spells.
What is that?
Mercurial magic.
No, I don't know what that means.
So basically, cool part of the system. Obviously, the spells are what they are, and different people have different manifestations. So one person's magic missile versus another person's magic missile, they might be different shapes, different colors. However, mercurial magic kind of reflects the way you were taught the spell and the way that you kind of do it. Some of these things are very good. Some of these things are kind of bad. But it is a very, very large table. It's table 5-2. It starts on page 111, Kate.
It's 100.
And
100
Yeah,
things.
you're gonna roll a D100 for each spell, and modify it by your luck modifier if you have one.
Don't have one. So
give
for
me-
each. Okay, well,
Yeah,
I'll roll one
each
and
spell.
see. I'll roll this one for magic shield. I got 84.
All right, 84 is going to be an energy burst. When you successfully cast the spell, you are surrounded by a burst of energy. Then you roll another 1d6 to say what it is. Things like a wreath of flames, crackles of electricity.
Ooh.
These things cause damage, for example, to people around you. So you're going to need to jot that down. And every time you cast that spell, this is going to happen.
Cool.
This got 2 times more fun and cool. Oh, wow.
Give me your
Okay.
next spell. Give me your next spell.
Let me just.
Yeah.
Again, not all
Mark
these
is
are
awesome.
good. Let me just state that. These are not all good, but give me another roll. Which
84.
spell first? Which spell?
So now we're going to do comprehend language. 19.
All right, a little lower. Siphon magic. Casting this spell has a 50% chance of causing the caster or another nearby person to forget a spell of equal level for the day as if they had failed a spell check.
Whoa.
It is determined that a spellcaster loses a spell. There's a 3 in 4 chance the wizard himself. It's the wizard himself, and 1 in 4 chance it's the next closest spellcaster. So when you comprehend languages, you might uncomprehend other things or force someone around you to forget things.
That's funny.
Wow.
I love it, even though it's bad. All right.
It's cool. It's almost like you're transmuting knowledge.
Right?
Like you're turning one kind of knowledge into another with the spell. That's cool.
Give
I
me
just
another.
want to state for the record that when David, when you were listing off the things that she might conjure from the first one, and you said a wreath of flames, I really thought you were
Wreath
going to
of
say
Franklin.
Aretha Franklin. And
Yeah,
I
that
was
would be
gonna
so cool. That would be a cool familiar. What alignment do you have to be for that?
Probably good, right?
Yeah, probably.
My
You
familiar
have to
would
have
be
respect.
Aretha
What's the most
Franklin's mink
respectful?
coat.
Oh,
The
wow.
lawful alignment would be most respectful, I feel like.
Yeah, that lawful. Yeah, you got to think that'll be lawful.
So I can't. Anyway, let's hope I don't mess up my find familiar spell, because that's my favorite one.
Okay.
I have a list of 4 short, beautiful women to choose from when you do cast your familiar. So you'll roll a d4 and I'll let you know which is which. It's going to be exciting.
Okay, great. I guess that means I'm chaotic. So 51.
All right, 51.
Dodged a bullet.
Ooh, dodged a bullet. 41 through 60 is no change. The spell manifest is standard.
Okay.
Nice and
Awesome.
simple. Right in the middle. That's good. And is
now
that it, Kate? One more? Sleep.
For sleep.
That's right.
67.
Saint Gygax's Fire. Casting this spell results in the wizard being limbed by flickering chartreuse fire for 1d4 rounds, granting opponents a +2 bonus to attacks against the caster. It also negates any concealment or invisibility enjoyed by the caster.
Ugh. That's less good.
That sounds really dramatic, and I like it.
Okay. But so this is fun. So not only do your spells vary, but then even these like supplemental effects vary as you learn them. And as you level up and gain more spells, this continues to happen. Another fun use of tables.
And it makes it so personal, sort of. Like you're not, just another elf. If there's 2 elves in the party, they can be very different.
Yes. And speaking of, Grant,
Yes.
what do you got?
Well,
What are you doing?
I've decided to bring Sir Isaac Newton, Arcane Neophyte, up to full wizard status. No longer an apprentice. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, was Sir Isaac Newton. Not today. And according to the book, I owe allegiance to no man, but a demon or a god may hold sway upon my soul. I've decided that this demon would be Garathesh, the demon lord of gravity, who drags us all to our graves.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
And the biggest thing about wizards is that you get spells. I have not chosen any of my spells, and it looks like with my intelligence modifier, I'm going to get a total of 5 spells.
5 spells, yep. So you're going to get a few more spells. However, you are not going to have kind of the same combat ability that Kate's elf does. However, you're going to be a little bit better at the spell casting.
Can Kate's elf wear armor while spell casting? It's just
Yeah, so I can't wear iron armor. It has to be mithril, and because of that, I get less penalty, which I think you ruled it as if it's a -2, just make it a 0.
Yeah, so it basically the rules is kind of open-ended. It says mithril or adamantine, fancier armors don't necessarily impact spell casting as much with the same spell check. Okay. I'm just ballparking that as being basically it's 2 less bad. So if you want something with a -2 modifier, it's a 0, a 4 becomes a 2, etc. But that's going to impact your spell checks. We'll talk about spell checks when we actually get into combat and stuff. But yes, you do have a slightly better ability to wear armor, whereas all armor will definitively hurt the Wizard's Apprentice, Sir Isaac Newton. So, Sir Isaac, I believe the biggest thing we have to talk about then are the spells. Would you like to roll?
I would love to roll. What table am I looking at again? The one on 127?
Yes. Table 127. Give me a D27 roll if you want to do that in the dice roller, or D30 if you have the app up.
I do have the app up. There it is. Here comes the D30. 25.
Ooh. 25. Ooh. Ventriloquism.
All right.
Ooh. Awesome.
Give me another. It's page 158.
Is actually synchronizes very nicely with some of the changes to my character, so that's pretty cool.
Excellent. I should also say that my character also learned an additional 2 language, including my alignment and halfling. So I'm hoping to do some halfling ventriloquism at some point.
Going shopping, are we?
We can get a little Jeff Dunham style quality puppet, and they'll never know the difference. 22.
22. We got Runic Alphabet Mortal.
What?
You learn alphabets of magic symbols. And when you trace them, you can cause incredible things to happen. It's a very long-winded spell. I'm not going to read it all, but that's the first sentence.
Guess I know what I'll be doing when everyone else is role-playing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, another D30?
Yep. That's why I'm doing the spellcasters first, is I want to give them plenty of time to go over their spells.
I feel good about this roll. A 3.
A 3. That's Charm Person. Classic.
Oh, beautiful.
Classic.
Oh, and by the way, I think I get... That's excellent. I can't wait to... Do halflings count as persons?
Yeah. Well,
By the way, I have a
open
+2
question.
intelligence modifier, so I should be getting 6 spells.
no, it's...
No? I see 4
Yeah.
plus... Oh, max
Here.
spell... Wait, what?
I just pulled it up on Roll20 if you want to look there in the chart. It's not intuitive. It's not based on the modifier. It's actually based on a separate
okay.
column in Table 1-1.
Got it. My next roll... Did I roll this already? A 26?
No. Ward Portal.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's see. You cast a magical portal against a passage, and you open a door.
That could be useful.
Yes, I can
Dungeons and
magically
all.
do what people can do with their hands. Perfect. 24.
20. Spider Climb. Wow. You got
Oh, wow.
24, 25, 26 there. I think that's your 5th one, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that is my final one.
right.
In somewhat defiance of Garethish, the demon lord of gravity, I will be climbing up the walls or helping someone else do so.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's why he's the Lord of Gravity. The rules do not apply to him.
Yeah. Maybe that's a gift from the god.
that makes
Demon
sense.
god.
And can I be... I'd like to be chaotic if I can, alignment-wise.
Chaos Party!
House party?
Sure.
That makes me a cultist. If I were lawful, I would be an evoker, and if I were neutral, I would be an astrologist.
Cultist is better. Cultist of Gravity. All right. I need those Mercurial Magic rolls now, Grant.
Oh, gosh.
I need D100. You have a -1 to your luck, so it's actually going to modify all these by a -10%. So just give me your roll, we'll subtract 10.
Excellent. And this applies to the first spell.
Yep,
We'll
ventriloquism.
just go down. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
49.
49 becomes a 39. That is Blood Sweat. Casting the spell causes blood to ooze from the wizard's pores. No damage is inflicted, but the wizard looks like a gory mess. At judge's discretion, this may also attract predators.
I am going to learn the base so I can join Guar at a certain point. This is amazing.
All right, next, Runic Alphabet, Mortal.
Runic alphabet is modified by an 87, almost an 86.
So 87 minus, before the -10, right?
Yes.
All right, great. So 77 is going to be Call of the Outer Dark. Strange chimes stream in the air and foreign stars waver above the wizard. All looking at the caster must make a DC 10 will save or be entranced for 1d3 rounds.
Oh.
Attacking entranced characters instantly frees them from the enchantment.
I love that with the runic alphabet one because I'm like tapping into like knowledge beyond mortal capacity.
Charm Person.
Charm person 71 unmodified.
All right, so 61. Loud enough for you? Question mark. Due to the demands of magic, the spell must be shouted when cast, effectively negating any chance of the caster remaining undetected until casting is completed. So you shout at someone to charm them?
Charm this person! Charm person! Charm this person! Nothing to see here! Hopefully I can
You're
modify...
feeling very sleepy.
I was born with a disability that prevents me from modifying the volume of my voice! All right, here we go. Next roll. Oh, out of the box. 64 unmodified. Ooh.
54 is going to be no change. The spell manifests as standard.
Nice.
Normal. Okay, so I'm going to be able to normally open and close doors magically.
Well, it's like opening a portal magic. I think that's what they meant by...
Oh, so I'm
I don't
doing Looney Tunes style, drawing a highway exit on the side of the Grand Canyon? We got a portal there? Okay, I'll look it up. I'll read it. It'll take several hours. I'll know it by the end of the show. Spider climb. 50.
50 unmodified becomes a 40. Ravenous. The wizard becomes ravenously hungry after casting the spell. Oh, no. Hungry people are often cranky, so the wizard suffers a -2 personality until he's able to eat.
Oh, wow.
God.
Good thing you speak halfling.
That's such a spider thing. It's like you gotta do a web and catch a, I don't know.
That's
Be a
fun.
spider.
I like that like you could see like the impressions of 6 other eyes on my forehead or something, like a spider's trying to come out of me as I cast it, and I'm ravenously hungry like a spider.
That's cool.
Okay.
Excellent.
Awesome.
And you know what do spiders like to eat?
Little
Halflings.
small people.
Yeah.
Spiders, they're just like us.
That was my favorite
right.
Steve Irwin documentary.
Really just trying to wrangle this halfling into the pot. It's putting up a big fight, I don't know.
I saw this guy on TikTok the other day. He has very humorless parents, and he dressed up like Steve Irwin. Is like, "Oh crikey, we got a big one here!"
Oh,
and he,
I saw that.
Sneaks
I saw
up
that.
on him and tries to touch his dad. Just like smacks him.
All right. So, and I already know where this is going. Both Matthew and Skid, what did you pick?
Warrior. I am a warrior.
2 warriors. Great. Now, warriors, who wants to talk about what they get, I guess, so I don't have to do it.
We get heroic D. We get a D to die. So every time we roll to hit on an attack, we roll an additional D3 and add that on to our hit score. That's a really neat mechanic. And we can do heroic deeds where they're kind of like combat maneuvers in Pathfinder. You can do something cool like try to disarm somebody or trip them or throw them through a door or whatever. Not damage dealing, but something else cool. And you can announce you're going to try to do that if you roll a 3 on your D to die and you hit with the attack otherwise. It is successful. You get to do that cool thing. So that's awesome. I think that's an awesome mechanic.
It's very cool. Another thing you can get is you can add your luck modifier to a specific kind of weapon. You have to choose that weapon at first level, and it's fixed, and you can't change it. My character has a luck modifier of -1, and David advised me that the best thing to do would be to choose a weapon that I have no intention of ever using, thus negating that bonus, which I have done.
What is your weapon that you
Yeah.
would never intend to use?
Darts.
Oh, good. Oh,
He's
boy.
totally gonna put a dart in there somewhere.
We'd have to win like a tournament in a pub or something
We
to
have to
say
win it.
princess.
Win a darts contest.
It was a tavern accident years ago, and you're just so unlucky with darts. You're scarred from it, and you finally recovered, and they're going to haunt you. And then Skid, you don't have a luck modifier, so that doesn't matter for you. That's fine, only in certain circumstances. You also get your character level to initiative, so both of you are going to get a +1 to initiative, and you crit on a 19 to 20. So you have an expanded crit range, which is also kind of fun, as well as a higher crit die too. So you're very good at hitting things. You can hit things creatively. The D die and the Mighty Deeds of Arms allow you to role play a little bit, as opposed to just saying, I hit over and over again, which makes warriors a little bit more fun. Quick overview of the classes that we're not seeing. A dwarf is very similar to a warrior, except they also get an extra die that they can roll to hit with their shield. So even at level 1, they can roll a 20 to hit with their weapon, and then a D4 to shield bash, basically. But they're slower, they have some underground skills, but they're very similar to a warrior. There's, of course, a classic thief, and thieves get all sorts of thieving skills, things like disabling traps, kind of the use magic device, picking locks, etc., but also a backstab ability that allows them to kind of sneak around and do the DCC equivalent of kind of a sneak attack. They also
Do
can
thieves
spend...
not get that?
Do thieves not get that?
Yeah. That's halflings. You're saying halflings get that?
No, sorry, thieves get that. Thieves get
okay.
that. Yeah. Thieves get that. And then thieves also, when they spend luck, they get to roll a die for how many luck manifest. Similar to your deed die as a warrior. Halflings get a little bit of skills similar to a thief. They get 2-weapon fighting, so they can hit with a weapon in each hand. So rolling like a D16, even at lower level. But they're slower with movement. They get some dark vision, and they can spend luck on other people. They're like a good luck charm. And for every point they spend, other people, as well as themselves, can get a +2, and they can restore luck. And then lastly, we have... I believe that's lastly, is clerics. So clerics do a little bit of melee combat. They also do some divine spell casting. They have a god to appease. They can also lay on hands to heal, but who needs to heal anyway? And they can turn undead or turn unholy. Things that are unholy to them make them run away, potentially even do damage. But those really are the 7 classes of DCC. The fact that we have 2 warriors is not really a problem. The system is very much like you need to have some people that are capable of melee, some people that can do some magic in a pinch. We'll talk about spellcasting when we get to the first combat, exactly what that in the pinch component means. And yeah, that's kind of it. Any questions about your classes before we get into battle? Kate?
My Find Familiar class takes a casting time of 1 week. Should I do that preemptively?
You can do that preemptively, sure.
Can we do it now?
You can do it now, sure.
Get that tiny woman.
As you're getting ready to adventure, you're gearing up. You're in town. You're buying gear. Actually, give me 1 second. So let's set up exactly what happened before we even get to that. You came back to town to assess the damage, right? You were in this dungeon. A solid 10 taxpayers didn't make it back alive. Those 10 people, pretty relevant number of people to town. It's odd. This must happen every generation and a half to every 2 generations. You would think it would be problematic. Maybe this is why the town is so small. Maybe this is why the economy is so rudimentary in a lot of these towns, is just this culling of citizens. But you're back. You found loot and treasure. Presumably, you're going to sell some of that loot and treasure. I'd like to think that you're going to donate some of that to the town to help rebuild it. Perhaps, some tax incentives to get some more bodies in here for the next dungeon that pops up. But that's kind of up to you. The thing, though, is you're starting to get a bit of a name for yourself. You showed up back in town with all these armors and weapons. You were able to sell some of it, but not all of it, because obviously there's not a thriving economy here. You were a small, largely trade-based town. But then you've gone town to town, and you've actually conquered a lot of the things nearby that, people have reported of being issues, right? You're from the greater Hawksford area. They heard about these up-and-coming heroes in Hawksford, and people put out a call. So you tackled a few of these things, like let's see in my notes, the dire muskrat of Dewsbury, the terrible toddler giant of Three Streams.
Oh, no.
And
why did we kill a toddler? Halflings
It's a
are one
terrible
thing.
toddler.
I draw the line at toddler, and I'm chaotic.
Well, you're level 1 adventurers, though. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah, we can't get an adult giant. That'd be suicide.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we say, at least in the honor of my demon Lord of Gravity, that we pushed him off of a cliff to kill him?
Sure.
Okay, great. Sure.
That makes it better ethically. How?
Because I please my Lord.
At least it was religiously proper.
Wait, we should stop. Skid, who is your warrior?
Oh, yeah.
The cheesemaker, Eloise, sweet Eloise.
I wanted to bring Sylvester the Ditch Digger along, but David advised me that because of his extremely low stamina, that would be not helpful for the show's progress. So I went with Naomi the Woodcutter.
Yeah.
I haven't...
That's an amazing transition right there, because that's exactly what's next in my notes. So you took all of this damage while you were in this dungeon. Some of you burned luck. Let's assume you get your luck back through these exploits. So your luck goes back to its full level. I don't think anyone took stat damage, but if you did, that would come back. Your hit points come back. Now we're going to roll hit points, because one of the aspects of this system is you get some weapon proficiencies and then you get a hit die, right? So you're going to get to roll ranging. I believe Grant has a D4 all the way up to our warriors with a D12. Now, here's the real question. Are we doing kind of the Grant Berger system of the double roll, take the higher? Is that like the appropriate thing to do with Grant being here?
I mean, Grant's here.
like totally, for sure.
Well,
and it's all his
yeah.
fault though.
That's
I
not,
just don't want to offend Grant by
Thank
not
you.
doing it.
Thank you, because otherwise I would drop you from a cliff on your head.
I have pleased my lord.
The other part that makes it the Grant system is that if it's the same number, even if they're really great, reroll.
We reroll.
Right.
Yep, exactly.
Oh.
So that's the compound Grant system. Is that what we're going to go with?
Yeah.
Okay, Grant, I want to start small with you, with your D4. What was your starting HP for the Wizard's Apprentice?
1.
Okay, well, this is a very big roll on the D4 for the both of us.
I'm going to at least double my HP, so that's pretty good.
At least. At least.
Good way
You
to
could
look at it.
quintuple
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah, I'm looking at you right in the eyes as I roll it. Garethesh has awarded me with a 4.
Okay, with my 2, so you're good. Count it.
Was there ever any question?
No, never.
Not after we
Never.
killed that toddler.
Yeah. Kate, I believe it's a D6.
Yes, D6, and I
Right.
started out with a 3.
All right, let's roll D6.
A 4 and a 5. I'm gonna take 5.
Ooh.
Well, I was supposed to roll
No,
one
yeah,
of those.
Oh, I don't understand. I rolled a 4 then.
We each roll, and then you get the higher of the 2, unless they're the same number, then we re-roll. I rolled a 1, so take your 4.
Okay. I watched you do it, and I still did it wrong.
It's fine.
It's a very complex system, and you've never done
It
it
is.
before. So
You're right.
It is. And these three have gone through dozens of levels of using it at this point in multiple systems, so it's
across
understandable.
2
This was
decades.
the hardest thing I've done on New Game Who Dis so far, and thank you for your support. I have 7 hit points now.
It's not bad.
Good.
All right. Now
Live
our
forever.
2 warriors. So, Matthew, give me Naomi a D12. What was her starting HP?
4.
4.
Pretty good.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Let's do it.
12.
7. Count it.
Nice.
Count it.
Nice.
All right, Skid. Let's do yours.
I'm very
Okay.
hardy, yes I am. That's what she says when she rolls her
9.
HP.
1.
Okay. All right.
Count
I'll
the
take
9.
the 9.
Who has a stamina modifier that's not 0?
I do.
I do.
Anyone else? Positive or
Nope.
negative?
Positive.
Add those as well. You get a stamina modifier at every level.
Nice.
What is the total HP on you 2 warriors?
17 for Naomi the woodcutter.
15 for Sweet Eloise,
Wow.
a.k.a. Pool Slayer.
Oh yeah, do we need to choose our alignment so we can choose our title?
Sure. Give me an alignment for both of you.
Oh, we just choose, we don't roll randomly?
Yeah, you can
No, you
just choose.
Naomi's going to be a bandit.
Chaotic too. Okay. That's 3 agents of chaos. Not shocking after the first 2 episodes. Skid, you want to make it 4 for 4?
Oh, yeah, I'll be a chaotic as well.
All right. Totally chaotic party. Somehow I'm not surprised.
The cheese making wood cutting bandits.
That's right.
That is my next question. What is the name of your adventuring crew? You have to have one of those flashy adventuring crews, no matter how small time you are.
The cheese making wood cutting bandit.
Okay, that's fine. Cheese making.
What's flashier than cheese and wood?
What's the acronym for that? TCCWCB for short.
There you go.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm going to throw out there as a Pichon reference, Gravity's Rainbow. No,
Wow.
okay, it doesn't work. Whatever. Fuck you.
I was like, ooh, what is this? What is this fancy reference, Grant?
Thomas Pynchon, Ralph Lauren.
Okay.
No.
But wait,
we'll
there's
call
more.
ourselves the cheese cutting people. Cheese cutting fart
Cheese
boys. Can we call ourselves?
We should be like the halfling
The
hunters.
cheese cutters. We can. Yeah, we.
I like the cheese
We
cutters.
compress it to cheese cutters.
Cheese cutters.
Yeah.
All right.
It sounds like we fart all the time or something.
Hey, that's just a coincidence. That did not occur to us when we were coming up with the name.
All right.
We thought it was really cool.
Yeah. And
Cutting the cheese.
Those trades were passed down through your family, and it just so happens the cheese cutter and the woodcutter wound up in the same adventuring party. Like, you can't write this stuff.
Yeah, we could have been the costermonger cutter people, but we're not.
Exactly. the ditch digger cutter cheesers. So, dire muskrat of Dewsbury, terrible toddler giant of Three Streams, and also the obnoxious ooze of Aberdeen were your three big conquests so far. And because I'm like literally the nicest GM ever, we're going to roll one other set of things. And we're doing this really instead of playing the game, just because, you know, rolling random things are fun. I'm going to quote page 365 of the rule book, and that is to ensure that magic items remain quote-unquote special in your campaign, we recommend that they never be given out as mere treasure. Magic items should always be deliberately distributed with great forethought. They should be objects of quest or the possession of great rivals. I'm throwing that out. We're giving out magic items willy-nilly to start to represent this toddler giant you killed, the obnoxious ooze, and the dire muskrat. So I want everyone to make a luck roll. The lowest person, the better. And we'll get first dibs. We'll get the top item on this list.
7.
10.
Wait, what are we rolling?
Luck. Roll a d20. Roll a d20.
Oh, 6.
15.
Okay, so Skid, 6 is the lowest, right?
Yep.
You have won yourself. What's the weapon you use?
A two-handed sword.
Two-handed sword. Excellent. You've won yourself a magic sword. Oh,
nice.
Rolls from you.
Two-handed sword.
Give me a D100 roll to determine the alignment of your magic sword.
Ooh. Oh, intelligent sword. That's another huge old D&D thing. That's up. Yeah. I love it. 50.
50 is a neutral sword, so you're not going to have to worry too much about its political views. That's probably for the best.
Very moderate sword.
Give me a D100 roll, but it's going to have to be an 85 or lower. We're going to roll anything over an 85.
Okay. A 45.
A 45. Okay, a 45 is going to be a +1 magic sword, so that's going to be a +1 to hit and to damage. Mm-hmm. It's going to be intelligent, so give me a D6 roll.
6.
6 intelligence.
Okay.
No communication, so you're not going to feel urges. This thing isn't necessarily going to compel you, but it's smart somehow. And actually, you know what? This says none, but I want to give you one anyway. Let's roll one Bane on this sword. Let's see what kind of Bane it's got. Give me a D100.
Come on, halfling.
Oh. 41.
The Dirk Nowitzki.
41 is Demon Bane.
Oh.
No. Yeah, Demon Bane. Yep. And then give me another D100 to figure out the effect against demons.
12.
12. You are going to get an extra +1 damage against demons from your Demon Bane.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And then roll 50%. I need a 50-50 roll. So 51 or higher on a D100, I guess, and you get something else.
1.
A 1. Okay. That won't matter. That was just for an extra power to the sword, but not a big deal.
Okay.
Okay, great. So you have a +1 Demon Bane sword now, replacing your previous sword. So just add that +1 to hit, +1 to damage. Everything else is going to be more or less the same.
Cool.
All right, who was next lowest?
Me. I had a 7.
Great. Roll me a D4. Something magic is going to happen to your mithril armor. You perhaps found your mithril armor battling that muskrat.
A 4.
A 4. With a 4, you are going to get fortified armor. That's going to be a 2-step dice step down on crit rolls. So if someone crits you, they're going to roll a worse die, so it's not going to be as bad of a crit effect. So just remind me of that if any monster hits you with a crit, okay?
So like if their crit dice is like a 24, it goes down to a 16 dice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. And usually it'll be like a 12 stepping down to what? Like a 12 to a 10 to an 8. It'll probably be something like that, or a 10-8 to a 6. But just remind me, minus 2d is the way you write it on crits against you.
Okay.
Who was next?
I had a 10. What'd you have, Grant?
A 10.
I had a
He had
15.
15, that's fine. Matthew, give me a d4 roll. You found a magic ring.
Ooh. 3.
A 3. You get the Ring of the Wolverine, which is going to be a +2 to all your will saves. So just add a +2 to your will save number that you currently have. Easy
That's
enough.
excellent, because that was my worst save.
Great.
Nice.
And last but not least, Grant, and this is fitting because our proper wizard is the last person. I'm going to let you take a gamble. And here's the gamble.
Ooh, I'm a gambler.
Ooh.
You can have 2 healing potions and walk out this door right now. Those healing potions, standard healing potions, 1d6 + 1. Pretty nice. They're worth some gold. Or I'm going to let you roll a d3. Now, I'll tell you this. On the d3, one of the rolls is definitely worse than 2 healing potions. The other one's kind of a scratch. The third one is awesome. So this is up to you.
I gotta look behind the other door, David. You know that.
Okay. Give me that d3 roll.
Okay, 2.
A 2. A 2, you're going to get a potion of heroism, which pretty nice potion. That's going to be for 1d6 + 1 turns. Whoever drinks it gets a +3 bonus to attack, damage, saves, spell checks, and skill checks.
Wow. Forever.
Yeah, forever, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Permanently.
Great.
1d6 + 1 forevers.
Okay, do I roll again?
Nope, that's it.
Oh, okay.
You swapped your 2 health potions for that, but that's a very nice potion.
I'd also
so
like
that's
to-
your loot.
I'd like
What?
to
Oh, sorry.
point out, in a point of beautiful synchronicity to the beginning of the episode, that another song by Captain and Tennille was Muskrat Love, and Kate's
true.
armor from there. So anyway, moving on.
One of the worst songs of all time.
Never heard it.
Man, I have no idea either.
Don't seek it out. It's a very bad song. They're a very
I mean-
bad group.
I gotta now. You
terrible.
brought it up. I have to.
Oh boy. Don't play it around me. I don't want to be. I want that crap in my ear. The captain should have been demoted a long time ago. Should at best be lieutenant in Tennille.
Okay.
I think none of us really wanted to participate in Skid's pure hatred for the Captain and Tennille.
You know, that's a lot of people don't even know who they are, so I had to carry the load.
Do you have a hate site on GeoCities from back in the day as well to go with your
There
MySpace?
was one that I frequented, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like doxing the captain so you could go
Yeah,
egg his house.
it was court martial the captain and Tennille.
So like every time you went to the site, you would always sign the guest book being like, still love this site.
Oh my God, site guest books. Holy
Guest books.
I'd make sites and like my aunts would go visit and they'd be like, we love your site. It's beautiful.
Those are the days when websites were like national parks. They should bring that back.
And people didn't hack them and destroy them. Like,
Yeah, you just come in
Modern
and just
national
sign your
parks.
name and say, I'm from Utah, and then you leave.
the internet's so fun.
I didn't think about that. Like you're giving someone the ability to attack your site with that input.
Right. That's right.
Speaking of guest books, Hawksford, the Hawksford Inn, the Hawksford Tavern, where you all met and went out journeying together.
was a
You're a
good
pretty
time.
big deal there. You're a pretty big deal there now. People buy you drinks. You've never had free drinks purchased for you in your life, and you're throwing coin around like it's no one's business. However, you've sold all that enameled armor, all that random other loot that you found, and you've thoroughly cleaned out all the currency in this town. The town literally has no currency left for any bartering. They just have a bunch of armor. You weren't even able to sell it all. So now you have to go to the big city. So that's where you're off to, is the big city, to find some bigger game than, again, killing toddler giants or random oozes. You're looking for some real work to grind your way to fame, because you've gotten a taste of it, right? All these people buying you drinks and whatever. It feels nice. It feels a lot better than making cheese or cutting wood.
Or hunting halflings.
It doesn't feel as
feels
good as
pretty
that.
good.
It doesn't feel as good as that.
Yeah, there's nothing that good.
It's a rare feeling.
But
There's
they
nothing quite like roasting a halfling on a spit that you yourself caught and killed.
Yeah, but the last one is gone. They've been overfished. So we have to find it.
Roasting on an open fire.
It's a real holiday thing. A halfling, you save that for eventide.
Honey baked halfling.
Honey baked halfling, yeah. Smokes, some roast potatoes, maybe some yams.
What do you
Just
what do you
feed
put
the
in?
halfling a turkey and then
It's like a halfling duckin.
It's a half duckin. That's what they call it, half duckin.
I was going to ask, what do you put in your halfling stuffing? Do you put oysters in, or are you concerned about the bad
For me,
oysters?
cornbread is key. Cornbread, and I'm simple. I just cornbread, onions, garlic.
Halfling.
I like to use.
You know what? Maybe some green olives. I'm feeling saucy.
Ooh. Wow.
But the trick is, if you can do it, the real culinary achievement is to get them to eat the stuffing while they're still alive.
The halflings are like, you serve a plate of stuffing. The halfling's like, oh my god, this stuffing's amazing. Wait a minute.
and then they eventually learn, like, if someone ever offers you stuffing, you run.
You start massaging butter into the halfling. Like, do you want a back rub?
You look like you've had a tough day.
Oh my god.
If anyone thought this wasn't going to come back, you're out of your mind.
That's coming up in my notes too. It's why do you want to go to the big city? So
Bigger halflings.
yeah, maybe
Not too big. They don't taste.
They lose the flavor if they get too big, but no, slightly
here
bigger.
it is.
Can we find the foie gras of halflings in the city?
Force feeding halflings and stocks.
This is getting dark. Oh my god. We were already almost there with the stuffing.
Yeah.
My notes say perhaps Eloise wishes to go to a larger city to dine for the first time at a big city halfling restaurant.
Yes.
You're right. The foie gras halfling
That's a dream.
course,
A dream of mine.
save up your coin.
I've been saving it up.
And then, unfortunately, Matthew, you didn't go with Sylvester. I was going to say perhaps Sylvester wants to attend a ditch digging conference, but I guess that's not happening.
Conference.
Sadly, he'll never learn the newest tricks of the ditch digging trade.
Great networking, I bet.
Oh man, he's gonna be left behind. He's gonna get laid off eventually.
And the thing is, though, anything of substance at the ditch digging conference happens at the after party. And
That's true.
Sylvester was just going to fall asleep.
It's hard.
Maybe it was for the best.
It's hard to get an invite because I hear it's very underground.
Ooh,
I like how you yourself tried to duck out of frame after that one, Grant.
I'll see you at the next DitchCon.
You're going to the big city. The big city is Iron Forge. You're not sure why it's called Iron Forge. You don't know any better. There could be dwarves there. There could be a forge. It could be made of iron. You're not really sure. No one from around here has ever been there. No one from around here has ever made that trip. This trip is a whole 4 days away of largely walking with a little bit of horseback. That's far as your little medieval noggin is concerned. Is there anything you want to do before you... Anything you want to do before you go?
I went ahead and just put the entirety of what's on the equipment page on my character to spread out among everyone. None of it seems super overpowered, but it makes sense to have all that stuff before we leave.
Standard issue. How many 10-foot poles though? I have to ask in advance. Do you have a quiver?
Yeah, I do have a pole. What do you keep? A pole quiver right on my back. It's perfect.
Pole quiver.
Anything else, or are you setting off for the big city?
I do have one thing that Eloise, as a change for Eloise since the last time we saw her. So she was so attached to her contentious relationship with Dwalin Balsa Shield, she couldn't let him go. So for one thing, she took off his beard, skin and all, and she wears it on her own face. And she also took the remnants of the Bingo Burlaps, the halfling that she ate in celebration, and made a little hand puppet that looks like Dwalin Balsa Shield, the dwarf. And she took the halfling's hair and wove it into a little beard. So she walks around, and the two of them, they just they lob insults at each other. She'll just sit there with her hand and say, "You big dirty brute, you little bearded bandy-legged goat sniffer," and they just like do that, and then they'll like kiss, and she'll just do that as she lies and goes to sleep.
Does she like kiss her hand for a little too long sometimes? Like,
She can't help herself because like it's just a fight, and then it's just every time it's just like she just starts kissing her own hand.
And this is where the ventriloquism was going to come in handy.
This is what I'm saying. So I don't know.
So
it's got to be something there.
but the thing is, every time Grant's character casts ventriloquism, he like starts bleeding from everywhere. It's weird.
Don't cry, baby. Don't cry.
I think Sir Isaac Newton is trying to help out Skid's character by like having the bearded puppet talk of its own accord, and he's trying to play it real cool, and every time he just breaks out in blood sweats. I love you too.
I told myself I wasn't gonna cry today.
This is so dark, but so funny.
David, I can't help but noticing you're drinking a very large whiskey over there.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Nice full bottle, just slowly going away. Just kidding. This is the last couple of episodes, but that's neither here nor there.
I feel like it says something. I feel like we all have such a great talent to make such dark content so funny.
I think that's true. That's our specialty.
Go us.
Yeah. Go us. Look at us.
We're great.
I would like to make sure that I cast the...
Yeah, sure.
What is it?
Find familiar.
Oh. I have the list.
Is there a
Yeah,
Okay.
right? Yeah, good
Well-
list.
So hold on. What page is Find Familiar?
So you have a whole section in your judge area on page 316 on summoning a familiar, and there's like a number of steps.
Oh, jeez.
So first we have to determine the type: guardian, focal, arcane, or demonic.
Okay. Give me your chaotic.
Demonic.
Oh no, you
Right?
have to give me the spell check though, right? So,
Yeah, I have to roll a d20, I guess, and then add my
caster level,
caster level and
And-
intelligence.
intelligence. Yep.
So that's going to be a +2 to the roll. That's a 3 total. Does that even work?
No, it does not. What is the fine print on that? Oh, let's see. There's just way too many spells.
Spell is lost for an entire month, not simply one day.
Oh, I thought
come on.
I thought
But that's
we were rolling.
but that's you should be rolling a 30. It goes all the way up to 32 plus. Is that based off of a d20 though?
I thought we
So-
were rolling the alignment.
Oh. What'd you roll then? Was that a d20 or?
Yes.
I want you to get this only because it's fun. And
I'm gonna like rage quit if I lose the spell.
Well, also, couldn't she have been like casting this spell or attempting to for like months, like as we were doing all this other stuff? I mean, she didn't have to do it like right before we leave to do this.
exactly. So it takes a week. Now, one of the things with spell casting in the system, and we might as well talk about this now. You do that spell check. You roll 1d20, you add your intelligence, if you're a wizard or an elf, or personality if you're a cleric, you add your caster level, which is just your character level in this case, you get a total. That total has to be 10 plus the spell level times 2. So for a level 1 spell here, it has to be at least 12. If you roll at least a 12, the spell goes off with some sort of result. But there's ranges where it's like 12 to 13, you get this. 14 to 15, you get this, etc. So as you get higher in level, you get better things that happen. So in the case of a magic missile, if you barely cast it, you do 1 damage to one person. If you get like a 30, you send like a dozen heat-seeking missiles up to 100 miles away at a target you don't even have to see, and they do like 20 damage a pop kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
So it's ridiculous outcomes. It's not as simple as I cast it and I do 1d3 plus 1 damage and that's it. So the nice thing is it's multifold. Number 1, if you succeed, you don't lose the spell. So you can cast that same level 1 magic missile over and over and over again until you fail. And then 2, obviously, is the variable effect. Now, what happened there, you rolled too low, you failed, you usually lose the spell for the day. After you rest, you get the spell back, you can do it again. With spellcasting, you can do what's called spell burn. If you are a wizard or an elf, like the two of you, you can sacrifice your body in order to fuel your spells. Because in this game, magic is evil and dark, and wizards aren't like nice, friendly people that share their spell books like, hey bro, can I copy your spell? It's not like that at all. People go on deep, dark quests to learn this stuff. They learn it from demons like Grant's gravity.
Gareth, the demon lord of gravity. Yes.
Exactly. That's where he will learn some of his more kinetic spells over time, and vice versa. You can learn them from random witches here and there, and so there are bad things that come with it. But you can sacrifice your body. You can sacrifice strength, agility, and stamina, and you lose those points to add them to your spell check. So you say, all right, I'll sacrifice 3 points of strength and 2 points of stamina because I need to get like an extra +5 to my spell check. So when times are bad, that happens. It only heals at 1 point a day. So if you sacrifice 10 attribute points, it's going to take you almost 2 weeks to recover those. So in a way, you could almost sacrifice a little strength ahead of this in order to like kind of boost it a little. You have to do that before the roll. After the roll, you can use luck like normal, which we talked about last time. If you ever use 20 physical points all at once, you get the equivalent of a nat 20 on your roll and plus 20 from the spell burn, so you roll like a 40. So you basically auto succeed at the highest level, but then your strength, stamina, everything else drops, and you're basically a noodle for the rest of the next couple of weeks. So magic can be awesome, but it's taxing. Let's assume here you used a little bit of spell burn because you knew that you're going to be able to heal it off.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Let's say you roll a slight success. Let's say you roll like a 15, let's call it.
Yeah.
Average success.
Because even if it takes me 2 weeks to heal it, that's less long than a month if I lose it.
So let's assume you do that. Let's assume you roll spell check by alignment for chaotic. Let's assume you get a familiar that's a guardian. Physical configuration is going to be table 7-5. Give me a D14.
Oh, D14.
Big.
This is it. I want the little lady. I got a 4.
A 4. Ooh. You're going to get a cobra with a poison bite.
Ooh.
You are the cobra commander all of a sudden.
Oh, that's cool. She is.
What did you want to have happen, Grant?
Can you still
D20.
roll on my tiny, beautiful women table to name the cobra?
Yes.
Okay.
How many?
6.
6? You found 6 tiny, beautiful women?
I chose 6 tiny, beautiful women.
All right. I got a 4 again.
You get Anna Kendrick. Your other options were Shakira, Kristen Bell, Lady Gaga, Nicki Minaj, and Salma Hayek.
Oh my God.
Salma Hayek short?
5'2".
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
so
on
you
that
judged
note-
it by if they were 5'2"?
If they were under 5'5", and then from the list of 25 beautiful short women I found online, I picked everyone 5'2" and under.
Oh, I could be a miniature extraordinary woman of beauty one day.
You make Grant's next list.
Hold on. Now that Anna Kendrick's off the list, number 4 is now Kate Stamas. You're in there.
Yay!
All right, you can do it. You can make that 50
right.
under 5 foot.
I actually typed that into a Google Doc, and one day I'm going to look back at my Google Docs and be like, what the hell is this
What
list?
the hell is this?
Nicki Minaj
Why did I
and
compile
Kate?
this list of women?
What was I doing?
What do
Why
all
is
these women
Kate's
have in
name on
common?
here?
What do they have in common? I don't
Oh
understand.
my God, they're all multimillionaires.
Okay, I got
me
a
a D.
cobra.
Give me a D20 roll. I want to know about your Cobra Anna Kendrick's personality.
5.
A 5. Oh, geez. Normally mellow, but becomes inexplicably, animated when discussing. Roll me a D6.
3.
Clouds.
Tracks.
Number 1 was opposite sex. 2 was gnomes. 3 clouds. 4 flowers. 5 pancakes. And 6 leather armor.
So my snake is pretty chill, except when we're talking about clouds.
That she loses it.
Yeah.
Or
And
actually
then
not
it's-
even mad, they just get animated.
Animated, yeah.
Animated.
All right.
Maybe she's really into clouds.
She's
Yeah.
really in the clouds.
She's a cloud enthusiast. She goes crazy when you.
Maybe
you
she
can't shut
keeps
her
a
up.
maybe she keeps a journal of all of the things she sees in the clouds, like all
I
this.
mean, she's a
Yeah.
snake.
So she could write with her.
It's a
one of her
fantasy
fangs.
story, Kate.
She could write with
Maybe
her
snakes
fangs.
can have journals.
Give me a D4.
Why do you want to keep all the snakes illiterate, Kate?
How would this turn on me?
It's my school for snakes that don't read too good.
I got,
And want to learn how to do other things good too.
Yeah, want to learn to do other things good too.
okay, you guys. I got a 3.
All right. Your familiar is going to have 5 hit points. Roll me a D4 again.
5 hit points. D4. A 1.
A 1. So 5 plus 3, 8 hit points. And you're going to get an extra 3 hit points from the guardian aspect of your familiar. So you get an extra 3 hit points. You can look all this up, but you are going to, on page 316, 317, it's going to have an attack with that poison bite at a +4, doing 1d6 damage. +2 to AC, so it's going to have an AC of 16, which is quite good, and a +1 to all saving throws.
Nice.
So that's
What-
fun. A fun guardian familiar.
What page was that again? I like blacked out when you said that.
317. It's, just keep going down the column that you started with the initial rolling. So you get all familiars plus the guardian familiars at the bottom.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Great.
Yay.
And just
I lo-
remind me about that.
I love that the duration on the spell is lifetime. Did you
Yeah.
did you read what happens if the familiar dies, Kate?
It's until the familiar dies. What happens when it dies?
The caster immediately keels over in intense pain, loses twice the familiar's hit points permanently, and suffers a -5 spell check penalty until the next full moon.
Whoa.
So I die.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. God.
Checks out. Okay. Now that you have your familiar as part of your preparation, you've done all your shopping, I think it's time to get on the road. We
Yeah, it's at the road.
Probably eventually want to do a combat, I would think.
Just at least one.
At least
Yeah,
one.
do one.
We'll do one. Let's do one. At the end of your first day on the road, it's been a long, long day. Right around dusk, in the distance, you see a small nameless village, not much different from the one that you know. Beloved old Hawksford, which seems so far away, a whole day of travel. But you see it
where we tank the economy with our fame.
Yes. There's rampant inflation now in Hawksford because all the different businesses need to hire from the same limited labor force, and people.
And we also flooded the town with gold from the dungeon.
No, you stripped all the gold out of the economy by sticking them with all your loot. So in fact, they're very light on. They're very, very cash poor now too, which probably also has unintended consequences on the economy. But that's no longer your problem. You're off to the big city.
Yeah. We definitely pulled a Jeff Bezos in that town.
We did.
Yeah.
We can't feed our son with scale mail, Gerald.
How am I supposed to get to space? Anyway. I gotta show my snake the clouds.
She wants to see them from above. That's her dream.
It's been my dream. And
As the snake starts breathing heavily at the mention of clouds, just you're like, just calm down. Just calm down.
I can hear your snake breathing.
Earmuffs. So, you see this town. You're miserable. It's long, gross walking. It's very marshy, not particularly pleasant terrain for you to be walking through. But you see the town and you think of the warm meal, the straw bed, the relaxation at the tavern, the kind of things that you would enjoy occasionally once every 2 to 3 years when you treat yourself for a nice night out on the town and stay at the tavern for a couple copper. But now you've got gold, so you're going to treat yourself. You feel invigorated, even the thought of wrapping up the day's travel, kicking off your wet boots next to this fireside. But as you get closer, that thought of fire suddenly pivots into one of worry. A couple steps later, you notice a foul cloud of smoke hanging over the small hamlet. Shortly thereafter, you notice that there is the glow of fire kind of hitting this fog and hitting this smoke as things slowly get more orange and orange. And then with some focus, and especially Subaru with your elven senses, you notice in the distance shouts, cries of terror, and the panicked ringing. There's no secret door there. You didn't have to roll.
I dropped my dice. I can't. Okay. My hands are really sweaty.
There's no secret door in the marsh, but I appreciate the aggressiveness. But you notice shouts. Panic cries of terror, and then you hear in the distance someone ringing a bell, like a church bell or some other bell, just panic, just not with any rhythm, just back and forth, just dong, 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 and you see people starting to rush around. So you start moving faster, and with every few steps, it gets louder and louder and louder, and you're starting to feel that commotion build inside of you. The clanging weapons become wails of fear, and then suddenly you can start hearing the crunch of flesh and bone.
Ugh.
As you get to the edge of the village, you see a small hut. The fires are raging enough to cast a hellish light everywhere. There's no need for torches or anything right now. It's just pure, almost Mars-like with how much the red radiates everywhere. And you see a small shack at the edge of this marsh, thoroughly aflame, and suddenly a human silhouette armed with a spear staggers forward, free of the smoke and fog, stumbling through the mud towards you and into the marsh. And behind him, a massive form erupts from behind the burning hut, a small humanoid in spiked armor astride a giant lizard thing. The Beast Rider gives a war, raises its glowing green lance high, and then chases after the man. Grant, do you have the image by chance? Yeah, that's what one of those guys looks on the right. So it's the dude on the crocodile-looking thing, covered in dark armor. And disregard the birdie-looking people to the left. But that guy is
those are hard to disregard,
out.
David.
just pay no attention to those. Like, what?
David, their smooth crotches are just too difficult to look away from.
Riveting.
Give me, before we do initiative, because we're doing initiative, arrange yourself on the map. You should see the map now. A nice little black and white marsh.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this.
Put yourself on this little island, kind of roughly where your peoples are.
I'll be next to Sir Isaac.
And where do we see? Where on this map generally do we see the guy riding the crocodile?
To the right, the far right. He's gonna pop up right about here.
Matthew, I thought
There he is.
I thought you were naming the crocodile Guy Ryan. Oh, Guy Ryan the crocodile.
Guy Ryan, the crocodile?
Guy on crocodile with glowing green spear. Nice man. Some sort of town guardsman with a spear running out. He looks injured. Let's all roll initiative, please.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
I will do this.
Let's see. I need Eloise's initiative.
Natural 20 for a 21, I believe.
All right. Naomi.
Oh, I'm Naomi. I was like,
Yes.
who's Naomi? Naomi, the woodcutting warrior, rolled an 8.
8 total.
8 total.
All right. Sir Isaac Newton.
The initiative modifier is just simply my agility modifier.
In your case, yes.
Yes. Okay, that will be a 16.
16. Great. Subaru.
I got a 15 total.
A 15 total. Great. I just gotta finish my little monsters, as they call them.
Monsters plural.
Yeah. What?
What?
I thought you said not to worry about the bird people.
Oh no, the guy's on.
Bird people look
Looks like
birds.
bird. Talk
Tastes like people.
people.
Tastes like halfling.
Oh, wow.
Cheese cutters assemble.
But really though?
All right.
We don't have to go through all that work of like trying to stuff a turkey into a halfling. We can just eat one of these.
God, yeah, that'd be amazing.
The time savings alone.
Yeah.
It is
All the
Eloise's
flavor
turn.
of halfling without all the moral concerns
For sure.
that most people have, not us.
Eloise, you're up. It's combat.
All right, so Eloise.
Exciting.
This is great music for combat.
Yeah,
Kate. Don't call attention to it.
ready
call
for
attention.
action now.
How exciting.
How about some Red Man?
Combat.
I'm removing you from the list. You'll never be rolled upon on that table.
So Eloise looks at her hand puppet, says like, "What do you say? Should we get in there?" And it says like, "Yeah, get in there, you big bandy-leg, smelly goat liquor." And says, "Shut up, you filthy, stunted, hairless cretin!" And says she draws her two-handed sword, and she shouts,
With the
beware! Yeah, beware, evildoers, for you face the cheese cutters. And she runs. She double moves, right? So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and she get almost right next to the townie.
Okay. That works. Double move up to there and armed now. Great.
Yep.
Sir Isaac Newton, you are up. Are we casting a spell?
I'm thinking so because I can cast Charm Person on a monster with a -2 check penalty, and I have a range of 120 feet.
Ooh.
So I'd like to go ahead and swing for the fences and try to cast Charm Person on the rider of the
okay.
crocodile.
So, I am going to need
Guy Ryan.
you to make a spell check. Now, are you going to use any spell burn? Question 1, you're going to sacrifice your body.
Yeah, and so that has to be strength, agility, or stamina, correct?
Yep.
I'm going to burn 2 agility and 1 stamina, keeping me at 0 modifiers in each. Is that kosher?
That's fine. Yep.
All right, so I'm going to get a +3 to this. And I can add luck afterwards, but let's see where I end up. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
on.
Ooh, that is a 17, which moves it to a 20.
Oh boy. We got to go pretty far down on this first page. And
then
By
I
the
don't
way,
need
what
to do
is-
the corruption, misfire, or manifestation, right?
No, that's only if you roll a nat 1 basically.
Got it.
And then things can get pretty bad down there. But nope, you are fine. Okay, a 20. The wizard can target a number of creatures equal to his caster level. Each target must make a will save or fall under the caster's complete control as if it were his friend. However, he may not perform actions that are suicidal or which a devoted friend would not otherwise perform. Okay.
Cool.
You get a will save against this? And I'm just level 1, so it's just one target, sadly.
Yes. It is one target, so I assume you want to target the rider, not the...
Yes.
Target the crocodile.
And what was your total there?
20 flat.
So another fun thing with DCs here, the DCs aren't fixed based on your stat. It's actually based on that roll.
Oh, cool.
So DC 20. So the better you roll, the harder it is for them to resist.
Whoa, cool.
And with the 20, I don't even need to look at it because his -1 modifier, rolling a D20, that's a 10. That's a fail.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's actually under your complete control.
Awesome.
Excellent.
I have a question. What's
Yes.
the mercurial effect for that?
I believe
Oh,
that
yes.
one was...
It's incredibly loud.
Oh, right. That's when you're screaming at him.
Loud enough for you, question mark. So I think that the way that mercurial effect is phrased, it's said sarcastically afterwards towards Subaru. Loud enough for you? Charming that guy? And then it's his
Thought we
turn.
were friends.
We are. I'm sorry. It's just mercurial effect.
It's just when I cast that spell, I can't help but shout.
That's how you show friendship. I get it.
Did you see me sweat blood earlier when I made his beard puppet talk?
Yeah, that was crazy. You do that all the time when you do that, by the way. Every
know.
time.
I wish
Really
that
frightened me.
I wish that Old Spice would come up with some sort of anti-blood sweat perspirant. All right.
No.
Now, technically, I will add one thing. Because it was a monster, we should have done a -2 to your check.
so it's
Did you factor that?
18.
So being 18, he's still under your control. However, it's slightly different in that he is also marked by the sign of you to show that he is under your control. So he looks different compared to his peers while he's under your control, but you can kind of boss him around.
What is the intelligence level of the creature?
The stat block is not super comprehensive.
Throw out a number.
His intelligence is going to be a 7.
Okay, in 3 weeks he will be able to roll to resist charm person.
Oh, wow.
Great. So proper Razzmatazz style outing
It is.
here. That's great.
Oh, that's awesome. Great.
He unfortunately is not super vocal in that armor, but he's just staring at you. He's like,
Kill him.
what do you do?
Can I command him on this turn, or do I have to wait till his initiative rolls around?
I'm going to say on his initiative, you can tell him to do something.
Okay, perfect. Then Sir Isaac Newton the Wizard is going to pull his bow out, his long bow out, and get ready to attack with that next round.
Okay. The man-at-arms, the local townie, is damaged and scared, and he moves towards you saying, please, help! I don't... You can see he's very bloodied and not in the best of shape right now. That's his turn. Subaru.
Subaru sees that guy run by and be really annoying and just kind of be like, ugh, God, go away. And so I know that Sir Isaac cast that spell, and I kind of want to hold to see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And also, Grant, give me a quick D6. We didn't do the manifestation. That was the thing we should have done.
6.
So whenever you cast the spell from now on, a moonbeam shines down from above on the person you're trying to charm. No matter the time of day, there's a moonbeam that shines down and hits them as the control just washes over their eyes.
I
and
love
they
it.
just go.
That's cool.
It's like Audrey Hepburn singing Moon River.
Yeah, so jot that down. That's your charm person.
Okay.
You very-
The metal version of Moon River.
My huckleberry friend.
So what do you guys do here? I'm not going to actually... You can tell me bigger picture, because the spell also, by the way, doesn't say anything about them breaking out of it, even if you start attacking them, really, or anything else. So, you tell me what the plan is here. What are you going to do with this guy?
Hack him to bits, eat him alive.
Well, Grant's character, Sir Isaac, is the one that can control him.
Yeah, so if I can make him talk on his turn, I'll have him say something like, "Come forward, my fellow warriors. We must burn this village to the ground." And then he's going to turn around and attack them all as soon as he sees them.
He's going to attack the fellow baddies?
Yeah, if I'm able to make him talk and have him come forward, like, "Stand by my side as we raise this bastard place to the ground."
Sure, so... Okay. So you want to basically use him as a...
Allure.
a lure, if you will.
Because we don't
So
see
you're
them
gonna
on
let
the
him
map currently, do we?
You see no one else here. You're a little bit further outside of town, kind of near that burning hut. You have successfully gotten this guy kind of out of harm's way. You can keep pressing into town. And in fact, let's go back to the map. Keep it moving.
Oh.
All right, this is the village. So where you're coming from is actually a little bit more to the south. So you can see like Muds and Reed and stuff. You kind of work your way around the backside of the village and into this player start area in the middle. So you see that section A right there.
Cool.
Okay, so
so they're further inside the village, not out where we are. So yeah, if any of them come, but otherwise he'll just kind of give us cover on the way in as if he's accomplished what he needed to out there. Maybe people will relax around him.
So that's kind of the question right now, though. So right now, there's kind of darkness. It's getting darker and darker, but you still have kind of that general fiery glow. The whole town is on fire in some capacity now. That bell is still ringing. There are still burning huts, and there's just panicked villagers crisscrossing everywhere, trying to flee the onslaught. Because now you're seeing more and more of these guys on crocodiles kind of cutting people down. Some of them have these big man catchers, like these almost like large human rakes that they're just grabbing these people, tying them up, throwing them on the back of their crocodiles, and when they're too full, they're just leaving them tied up, and then people are coming out to kind of grab them and drag them back. Some of those beakish birdie people that we saw in that previous image, or you see down here to the bottom left, they're kind of like the henchmen, grabbing these villagers and dragging them further kind of away from you, deeper into the city.
Before we go any further, Matthew, evens or odds?
Evens.
Skid gets the potion of heroism. I rolled a 3.
Nice.
Okay.
Sure you did.
I did.
Yeah. Don't want to get in the middle of these intercompany personal dynamics, but that's one roll. Not really that worth fudging otherwise.
Sure it isn't.
Sure it is. Yeah, that's exactly what Matthew would say.
Didn't know.
As if
Yeah.
you didn't know.
So, to the east, though, further into the village, so back this way, kind of, from where you're standing, you start to see a green glowing light, an emerald light kind of filling up the sky. So instead of it being just that red fiery burning, it's kind of some combination of red and green to the east. Something bad seems to be happening, and you're not quite sure what it is. Where are you going? Are you going
to the east, of course?
Yes.
to the east, into the thick of battle?
To the right.
All right,
Guy Ryan,
into the
lead
thick
us.
of battle. I'm gonna need a series of D10 rolls, please. Give me Grant a D10 roll.
Out of the box. 4.
A 4. With a 4, you start getting a little bit into the city, and you see a dismounted Croc Knight. So one of these guys, just not on his crocodile anymore, armed with one of these greenstone lances. He has, hold on. He has 3 peasants cornered up against a wall. He is about ready to cut into them. What do you do?
Sweet Eloise is going to run up and cut him open with her
Okay.
intelligent sword.
Are you all together this whole time, running together to the east?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
B, are you all going to engage him?
Yes.
Okay,
I
give
will
me-
if someone else does, yeah.
Anyone that has a weapon out to attack, give me a to hit roll.
Okay. That's fun.
I don't think you're going to be ready for this to hit roll, David. I just don't think you're going to be ready for it.
20.
20 hits.
Yeah.
Matthew?
4.
Oh, wait.
4 is going to miss. Kate?
Oh, I got a natural 18, and then I add my strength because I have a spear, so that's a 19.
That'll hit. Grant, are you shooting your bow?
I am shooting my bow with a 17.
3 out of the 4 hit. Give me damage rolls.
10 points of damage for Sweet Eloise.
Okay.
1.
Give me the other 2. 1. All right. 11.
4.
Grant? 4. So 15 damage. He goes down before he gets a chance to strike back. You knock that guy off. Great. Kate, give me a D10 roll.
D10. So many dice in front of me. Okay.
Yeah.
2.
A 2. With a 2, you... See, I have to pull weird dice too. D16, you find 14 fleeing peasants, and they collapse at your feet, begging for your aid. What do you do?
14 peasants.
Yes.
I guess I would just say, what do you need me to do right now for you?
What do you need?
And it's,
Just like a heavy dose of
I need you to give me a direction or I'm going to keep going on my way.
Do you have
you-
any
can
money
they-
or food?
Can they
You
speak?
dirty peasants!
Or does it look like they can't speak or
They're screaming. They're just
just
I don't want to
screaming?
scream into my microphone and make Grant's editing later very difficult. So
Sweet Eloise just starts slapping them. Just going from one to the other at random, just like slapping. Shut up and give us your money and we'll help you.
after about 6 seconds of you randomly questioning them and slapping them, they kind of run off into the distance. That's kind of it for that encounter.
I give them all the help that they're likely to need.
Did you see if
D10.
any of them were halflings?
No, I would have smelled it from a mile away. That's right. You can't stop eating, can you, you lanky, frizzle-haired butthole? Shut up! Shut up!
he started making out with his hand for those who don't see what's happening.
Matthew, give me a D10.
Don't tell me what to do. 1.
Oh, you get a little break. Through the chaos and fire, you go and notice this round. Okay,
Oh,
great.
nice.
Good roll. Skid. D10.
4.
4 is going to be you encounter another one of those Croc Knights. All of you give me a 2-hit roll.
Can the Croc Knight give a 2-hit roll as well? Can you roll on your own? Because he's coming with us? Our Croc
that
Knight,
Croc
Guy
Knight.
Ryan, the one riding Guy Ryan, famous crocodile to the stars.
Sure, I will give that Croc Knight a roll.
It really sounds like a celebrity hairstylist.
It's gonna be AC 15. So who hits?
Me, Eloise, Sweet Eloise.
Naomi hits and does I attempt to sever his head from his body with my mighty deed, and I rolled a 3 on my deed die this time.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well, I don't think you can do damage though. Like it can't.
Yeah,
it can be a cool thing, but not like necessarily a damage dealing
You
thing.
nick an artery, and he has to kind of hold it a bit. Is
I
part of
attempt-
you.
How about I attempt to cut his pants off so they fall down and expose his heart print boxers and embarrass him.
His smooth crotch area.
His Ken doll anatomy.
How do they procreate?
Yo.
Well, we might get to that part of the adventure, but I can't tell you yet. Okay, with your 3, if that works, you see his boxers. You both hit. You miss Kate. Grant, did you hit with your bow?
Miss.
A 15? All right, give me damage, both of you. The Croc Knight misses as well against his friend.
13 damage for Sweet Eloise.
Matthew?
Oh, I thought I wasn't doing damage because I did the the deed.
No,
you
it's like an
both.
additional thing that isn't
Yeah.
damage dealing. That's an addition to your attack. So like
Got it.
knocking someone over as you cut at them or whatever.
That is 10 points of damage from
So
Naomi.
23 damage. He goes down as well. You are just
Yeah.
mowing through the Croc Knights. Okay. Let's see. That was 4th round. Back to Grant. Give me a D10 roll.
Okay, here it comes.
This is so fun.
Yeah, this is great.
Mowing down Crocknuts.
Yeah.
8. 8. A fishmonger calls to the PCs from a hut. Inside, there are 23 cowering peasants hiding from the invaders, doing their best to fortify the crude hut. What do you go inside the hut? Do you keep going? What do you do?
Lock the doors, set the hut on fire.
Funny you should say that, Matthew, because the next sentence is, the following round, the hut catches fire, forcing the PCs and peasants to leave. So,
Wow. They
Great.
anticipated our action.
I was kidding.
23 peasants die in
Can
a
I cast
firing
Ward Portal
inferno.
on the only exit to keep them from exiting it? Please?
Sure.
Okay,
if
let's-
you want to roll that. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I can't see this coming into use any other time. Here it
And Naomi-
comes.
Wait, I should explain my actions when Grant's done with this spell.
You should, to a war crime tribunal.
With my modifier, it's a 14.
That
Oh, I'm
that
sorry,
will
it's a
succeed.
13. Portal is stuck
Still-
fast, but can still be opened by mortal means with an immense effort. DC 20 strength check.
Okay.
Well, I want to explain some of Naomi's reasoning here. Is that Naomi has led a very small, she's led her life in a very small environment, and she wants to feel heroic. We murdered a giant toddler. It didn't really sit well with her as a mother, so she wants to redeem herself. So rather than have them, the peasants just leave through the door, which would be totally unheroic for her, she wants to be able to chop open a space in the wall with her axe so that she can save them.
Oh, okay. But in doing so, she slices through a lantern, a lit lantern, and it catches the building on fire.
Yes.
I also want to point out it was a toddler giant, not a giant toddler. It wasn't just like a large baby. It was
A particularly large toddler.
As a former giant toddler, I have a special place in my heart for them. So
Yes, my modifier, I suppose, was misplaced there.
We're the
So that's
greatest
fine. If you-
heroes in the world.
if you want to cut them out, that's fine. I will note though that Grant's use of Ward Portal, which is applicable against doors. Did you use it against the door, Grant?
yes.
So Grant's going to make it impossible, well, not impossible, DC 20 strength check for you to open that door, or you're going to have to cut them out. I'm going to need an attack roll to see if you cut them out of the size of this side of this
I'm
building.
setting
please.
up heroism here.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my mighty deed to see if, I don't know, I can get a really good strike through the wood or something, through the hut.
Okay.
Okay, I rolled a 10.
A 10.
Oh, oh no.
AC 10, you're fine. You cut open a nice hole. They're small. They're peasants. They work
Yeah,
hard.
a nice peasant-shaped hole in the wall.
And they squeeze through it like a bunch of lemmings. All, what did I say, 23 of them? Just kind of squeeze out before the hut collapses in fire. So that was very brave of you to shut them in, have your wizard friend seal them in
Set them on
magically.
fire, then free them.
Before this resolves itself, you said I could cast that spell again as long as it was successful, right? No,
Yes.
I'm not gonna. I just want to make sure that
Yeah, no,
their
you have
lives
it.
are in my hands.
Yeah.
Naomi passes out business cards with our names on them as
Yeah.
they go.
The
Cheese
cheese
cutters.
cutters.
Tell your friends.
No job is too big.
all right.
No fee is too large.
No fee is too big. Tell your friends the cheese cutters saved you.
Kate, give me a D10 roll.
Oh my god, okay. A 4.
A 4. Reroll that one because
I
we've
keep
already had
rolling
that twice.
4s. An 8? Did we just roll an 8?
That's what we just had
Yeah.
was our fishmonger. Give me another.
How about 5?
Ooh,
I like
that's
5.
a new one.
Ooh, that's a new one. Gotta get my D12.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, with my D12, 9 beakmen charge after you in pursuit of 7 peasants.
Whoa.
What do you want to do? Do you want to intervene or keep going?
Let me see. I feel like, what are you going to say, Grant?
Can our Croc Knight order the beakmen to stand down?
I will let you do that, but then... Yeah, you can do that. I'll let you do that this time. I'm not going to say your Croc Knight goes away or anything yet, because he is still under your control for now, but he's going to bark at them in Beakman tongue to stand down.
Does that work, Kate?
Yeah, I was going to say the only thing I can think of is to try to cast sleep and get a really good roll to make them all fall asleep. But that might be a better option because
I don't want to take that
if I
moment away from you.
misfire my spell, you lose it.
Yeah. This guy could
So what
be
do you wanna
like a buck private. Like, he may not even have that kind of authority. So, try the sleep. I say try the sleep spell.
Try the sleep.
Okay. So a
Go for it, Kate.
D20 with a +2.
Do you want to spell burn? Do you want to sacrifice your body at all on this, or not that big of a deal? Because
I already rolled, so I
Okay.
feel like that'd be cheating.
sure.
I got a 15 total.
Ooh.
So I can do up to 2 targets within range, and they
Yep.
can fall asleep. They must save, so it's a
Yep.
will save.
Okay. So 2 of them are going to get a will save at a -3. That's a 3 and a 0, which I know is below your check. They both go to sleep for 4 turns. So
Nice.
2 of them. So of the beakmen that were there, I believe I said there were 9. Only 4 of them break off and come towards you. 2 of them fall asleep. That's your turn. You still have the spell, so you're fine with that. What are the rest of you going to do? There's 2 beakmen approaching you.
Sweet Eloise is gonna start swinging Lilarcor at them. Try to lop,
All right, give
lop them in
me
half.
2 hit rolls. Skid, Matthew, and Grant if you're attacking.
Yep.
14.
14 will hit the beakman.
Yes. Nice.
19 for
19
Naomi.
will hit.
Another 13 damage. Ooh. Another
One
natty
dead
10.
beakman. Grant and
3 damage.
Grant, what do you got?
14 for 5 damage.
14 will hit. Matthew, your 3 damage was not enough, but the extra 5 puts down the other beakman. The other 2 are there sleeping. Everyone else kind of runs off into the distance. That's that turn.
I do want to
that-
note my manifestation of that spell.
Yes.
I rolled D4. I got a 3. So soft white clouds engulfed their heads.
Oh. Your cobra's gonna freak the fuck out.
He's like, oh yeah, I love that.
Anna Kendrick is so excited.
That's
That
so
is-
cool when that happens.
Good Anna
I
Kendrick.
saw my snake's noise.
Yeah.
Voice.
That's what it sounds
that
like.
was
So
an
cool when
uncanny
that
Anna
happens.
Kendrick.
Matthew, D10 roll.
I will do this for you. 8.
8. 8 is going to be our burning hut with the fishmonger. Roll that again.
1.
A 1. You get a round off. Nice break from the chaos. Good roll. Grant. Sorry, Skid. It's your turn. Skid. Give me a D10.
Okay. 10. Man, this is the third natural 10 I've rolled in a row.
10. You stumble across the body of a slain Croc Knight. His armor's been ruined, but the corpse still clutches a lance topped by a green stone shard. You already saw one of these shards. The guy that you're dragging along with you, he has one that he's holding. It's this glowing spear. It looks almost glass-like on the tip instead of it being metal, but it radiates green light from it. You can grab
Ooh.
that off that body.
Yep. I'll grab that.
Grant, round 9. Give me a D10 roll.
5.
A 5. We just did that one. That was the Beakmen and Peasants. Give me another roll.
3.
A 3. A flaming hut collapses, hurling sparks and flames at the party. All of you need to make a fortitude save.
Ooh.
Including the Croc Knight.
Yes.
11.
Okay.
6.
6. Who else?
2.
I got a
Oh, sorry, Kate.
5, and I'm trying to see what my familiars is for fortitude.
Come on, Kendrick.
It might. Let's assume it shares the same modifier for now. Just so you're gonna have a 5 as well.
I have a 5.
Okay.
And-
it's DC 5. So
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Grant, was that the
Deuces.
only fail? I think I heard.
I think
yeah,
so.
Deuces.
Ooh.
All right. You are gonna take 3 damage.
Damn, that's a lot of my hit points.
Ooh.
Yeah, 3 damage. Okay.
2 hit points
last-
left.
2 hit. Ooh.
Yes.
Kate, give me a D10.
A D10.
Yep.
8, which I think we did.
Yep. Roll me another.
2?
That was begging peasants. Give me another roll.
Another 2. Another 1, unless that counts.
Yeah, that'll count again. So you get a break. No
Nice.
issues. All right, so that's 10 rounds of you kind of sprinting across the village, weaving your way back and forth between various debris, flaming huts, rescuing some peasants. You're seeing these beakmen and these croc knights crisscrossing around, some of them noticing you, some of them chasing after peasants. You killed a couple. You found one of these greenstone spears, and then you finally get to the lake shore. So as you get all the way to the east to the lake shore, you break free of the chaos to the sandy beach. Everything, the village, the breaking water, your companions, is cast now in this sickly green light. This light is actually very similar to the light that you're seeing coming off that spear that you found, and your Croc Knight friend, kind of what he's doing too. You see a squat man, his oversized skull pulsing with power. He stands at the water's edge. Curiously, he's devoid of any color. He's almost like a black and white image off of a television. Not saying you know what a television is, but you as players, looks like a black and white TV. But he appears like a sharply defined shadow cast against the wall of a cave, but yet he's standing there on the beach. He has a stone-tipped rod, and he raises it up to the dark sky that's still glowing with red from all the fire. And then all of a sudden you see the waves start to swirl, and then a distant speck pierces the wave and grows larger and larger, breaking free from the water. With a roar, that speck slowly becomes a tower, and this tower rises up out of the water, made out of basically a very shiny, straight-edged black rock, like an obsidian, just rises up over 100 feet above the tops of the buildings within the town. This thing is massive, totally eclipsing the night sky. Yeah, there we go, and the graphic in DCC style art.
Whoa.
They seem to be running away from a phallic object with their smooth crotches in tow.
I can't help but suspect a connection.
Water courses down the sides, just rolling off in waves, and mud and silt from the water just as this thing rises up. It blazes and radiates an emerald light impossibly from its black stone, turning the night to a greenish day. And there's a single entrance low to the beach now. This is just slightly offshore. You'd presumably be able to walk and or briskly swim to it. It's a gaping maw standing open to the world, dribbling sludge out of the stone face. As it stops, suddenly the maw opens, almost a tongue. Think of it as like a loading dock, kind of from a ship pops open. And dozens of these beakmen come just rolling out in the mud out of this entrance. And by dozens, I mean there's at least 20 of them. It's hard for you to see. But this man, black and white man, standing on the beach with his spear, or with his summoning rod, is suddenly not alone, and there's now over 24 of these little buggers there. What do you do?
Is flee and terror an option?
You're still at a distance. You're still at a distance from them. You're kind of at the edge of the village, still within the commotion. You're seeing this at least 100 feet away.
Sweet Eloise talks to her sword and says, "What do you think, Liller?" And it says, "I don't know, I'm dumber than you."
It seems like that guy cast it with the big head.
It seems as...
I was going to say, can we stab him in his big head? Maybe this will stop.
So you're about 100 feet away, and right now there are somewhere between 20 and 30 of those beakmen. Roughly, they just swam ashore and they're kind of around him.
Why don't we go cut the head off the serpent? Sorry, Anna Kendrick. Let's go after that colorless freak on the shore there and try to kill him. See if that ends this nightmare.
I'll pretend it's a stalk of naughty pine.
What did the pine do? I don't understand.
Pine is
law
an
did it
excellent
violate?
wood to cut.
I didn't realize what a kinkster Naomi was until that moment.
How did the pine offend you?
Really? I wanted to sell it, and it wouldn't let me if it was still planted in the ground.
Oh, naughty indeed. Well, let's go. What do y'all say? I think you're a big coward. Shut up, you little fresh-faced... Oh, they start making out.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can sacrifice our newly controlled friend to, like, break up that crowd a bit.
Oh yeah, to part the ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the plan?
That's the plan.
Yeah.
That's the plan?
That's an incredible plan.
I like it.
Okay. You're just going to have to
Is that
give
Captain
me
America over there with that plan?
That is a platinum plan. If this was a healthcare option, it would be the platinum plan.
We're going to take this one to the map. You are going to notice a couple of things on this map. And the first thing you're going to notice is I don't have a map because this was not something I had actually had prepped. However, I very hastily put together, you see roughly 23 of those beakmen all lined up. I had to repeat tokens because I don't have 23 unique colors for said beakmen. So we're going to work our way through this. The four of you are there and your Croc Knight friend. It's initiative time. Let's do it one more time.
David, am I allowed to show the picture that you said we would never get to in the email that you prepped me on?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm showing that now. Here we go.
Oh.
The man on the shore. Here it comes. Roll for initiative in the background as you ooh and ah.
Does this mean we did such a good job playing this game that we got through, like, all the things that were prepped?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you most definitely did not get through all the things. You just happened to just go completely off the rails, but I should expect nothing less. At this point, you just got to let the whatever the relevant deity is for this setting take the wheel, as they say, as the kids say.
So we did it so badly.
This is the whole point of RPGs. You do it your way, right?
Yeah.
Sinatra
you do
style.
something so stupid that you ruin the whole game.
There's no wrong way.
There's no wrong way.
But there is a
only-
right way still.
There's just happy accidents, as they say.
Okay.
And this is a happy accident, as we're going to get to show off our combat prowess with roughly 24 enemies directly in front of the 4 plus charmed individual in front of you. I'm going to need initiative rolls from everyone. Let's see. Sweet Eloise, what do you got?
11 for Sweet Eloise.
Naomi, what do you got?
21.
Okay, great. Sir Isaac Newton.
14.
14. Great. Subaru.
I got 2.
Sorry, 2?
Yeah, 2 total.
That's not just like one of the numbers from your initiative roll. That's the entire.
I get a +0 to initiative, and I rolled a 2.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just making sure.
It is theoretically possible, David.
There's no mistakes,
is-
just happy accidents.
Yeah, it is. I agree with that. All right, they're rolling. Okay, and then one more. Great. Okay, you get a little bit of a jump on them. They're busy hanging out with their bulging headed black and white friend. He's in the back, way back there.
That dude?
That dude right there. Again, I apologies for not actually having a battle map because, like I said, this wasn't prepped, but it's okay. It's all about thinking on your feet. So now it's time for you to do something about these 24 enemies directly in front of you. Naomi, you are up. Let's see how fighters work.
When does Guy Ryan go?
Guy Ryan is going to go actually with Sir Isaac Newton. I should change their initiative to the same number.
You're actually referring to Ryder, the writer of Guy Ryan. But yes.
Oh, yes.
Right.
My apologies. Can I hold my action? Can I wait until Guy Ryan
Sure.
and his rider goes?
Why not? Guy Ryan and Ryder. Sir Isaac Newton, what do you got happening here?
Sir Isaac Newton only has ventriloquism, runic alphabet, charm person, ward portal, and spider climb. So he's going to fire an arrow to give cover to Ryder Storm, the master of Guy Ryan, as he charges into battle. So I think that Sir Isaac Newton will fire at the beakman with the red dot in the front of the formation, as Ryder Storm goes directly at the green anointed beakman.
All right, give me your attack.
That is going to be a 12.
Hit.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
These guys are soft.
3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. He is pretty beat up, but not dead.
Okay.
All right.
And then...
And then that is going to be a 12 to hit. That is also going to hit for... Gotta find my D12. Don't use those that often. That is going to be 9 points of damage, and we have our first casualty. That is the green guy right there.
Yes.
The yellow token with the green dot, because of all of this color delineation. That's both of your turns then, right?
Yes.
Naomi.
All right, Naomi is going to follow in the path of Guy Ryan and, I'm sorry, what's the rider's name? Ryder
Storm.
Storm. I wanted to say Ryder McClintock, but that wasn't right.
That's fine. That's his new name. You've renamed him. He's Ryder McClintock. He's charmed. He doesn't know.
Maybe Storm is his middle name.
Ryder Storm McClintock?
But on Facebook,
that's a cool
he just
name.
goes by Ryder Storm McClintock.
Ryder Storm McClintock is a great name.
Maybe on Facebook, he just goes by Ryder Storm, so, the people he doesn't want to have find him can't find him.
Yeah, so his employers can't find him. Yeah.
Naomi is going to follow in their illustrious example, and she's going to charge straight through this crowd of people. And she can get that far on a double move.
Dang.
Wait, let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's it. With her armor, she can only move 40 feet on a double move.
Okay.
And she
Bold action.
holds her battle axe above her head and shouts the battle cry of the cheese cutters as she goes, which, as we all know, is Cranberry Wensleydale.
Sweet Eloise.
Sweet Eloise. So is in this? Did you say that diagonal counts are as just one always? Is that right?
It's not super well defined, just due to lack of emphasizing grid combat.
Yeah, just to keep it simple. All right, so Sweet Eloise goes behind Ryder Storm McClintock and faces the purple guy in the front row. and she's going to attempt a heroic deed to sweep him with her sword, hitting him and knocking him into the two other beakmen on my right, knocking them face first into the water and drowning them.
That would be heroic.
Natty 19!
Hell yes.
Okay.
And a 3 on the deed die!
Okay, so
I did it!
Natty 19. Natty 19 is a crit. I want you to roll. Only because you're a warrior, there might actually be some good stuff here. Roll me your crit, which is, I believe, a D12. So we're rolling crit table 3, which is even more badass than before.
Oh, nice. 4.
A 4. Do you have a luck modifier?
I don't.
Okay. 4 on your crit table. Powerful strike hammers foe to his knees. Make another attack. So what I'm going to do for you, because as part of this, you kind of swept that guy over. I'm going to say you can kind of move with him. Sort of
like carry it through.
Yeah, like the barbarian step up or whatever the heck it's called. First, I need damage. I need damage on your first attack.
Okay, first attack. That is 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage is enough to kill the purple guy. So you're going to get your free attack against the pink guy. So give me another attack from your crit on the pink guy.
Okay. That is 14 to hit.
14's going to hit. Give me damage.
Okay. 9 points of damage.
Also dead. So you take 2 guys out that turn.
Yeah.
It's part of your combo of your heroic deed plus fumble allowed you to kind of sweep in there and do that. So that is a very effective turn. Next, you're going to see the gentleman in the back who... Let's see what he does. He does nothing this turn, actually.
Okay.
But now it is time for the Goon Squad. So this is what's going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh.
5, 6.
Oh my god.
8.
Oh. Oh no.
I'm really glad I got a 2.
They're phalanxing us.
They are.
They just start closing in,
Holy
and kinda-
smokes.
Oh my god.
packing around. So we're going to go Sweet Eloise first. There's going to be 2 people attacking you. They have a flank. So they're going to get a small advantage to this attack. Oh, stop rolling. These multi-sided dice are ridiculous. Sweet Eloise does a... Where's their modifier? Does a 16 hit?
No, it does not.
16 does not hit. The other one's going to get a roll. Stop rolling. That's going to miss with a 3. So those 2 are done. Some of these can't actually get to people. However, Naomi, you're going to have multiple attacks against you.
Yeah, I bet.
4 misses.
True.
Does a 14 hit? I don't think so.
No, it does not.
13 does not hit.
Nope.
A 5 does not hit.
Their beaks are
rolling.
snapping off of my resplendent armor.
We're rolling for a flank again. A 14 does not hit, you said.
No.
And one more flank. You're surrounded on 5 sides. There we go. Finally, a 23 to hit.
That one hits.
That one hits. So with the beak man claws at you with his beak man-y hands. You should be lucky you didn't use the beak. That's 5 damage.
Ouch.
Okay.
That's everyone around you now. Against the Croc Knight, there are, let's see, 4 people, eligible attackers standing around the Croc Knight. We have a 4 will miss. A 17 is going to hit the Croc Knight. That's going to do 5 damage. The Croc Knight's still up. A 6 is going to miss. And, oh no, that was 4 attacks already. So 5 damage to the Croc Knight.
Oh,
He is not looking great.
Ryder. Storm.
Okay. That is all the baddies. Croc Knight is up. What do you tell the Croc Knight to do, Grant?
Tell the Croc Knight to take out the ugliest one in front of him. His choice.
Oh wait, I didn't go.
Oh, sorry, Subaru. Oh, you got rolled up. Sorry, the 2 got rolled up with the monsters.
It's just such a small number. You might miss it.
It is. Can't even see it. Your turn. I'm sorry.
It's not going to be that exciting after seeing how all of them hit. Some of them miss, but a lot of them hit over 10. And my AC is not 18. It's 13. So I'm gonna cast Magic Shield on myself? Question mark. We'll see how it goes. And I think I'm gonna quote unquote spend 2 of my agility to bring it down to 10 to like boost that number up.
What is your manifestation, first and foremost?
Right. So my manifestation
shield, right?
on that is 84, which on that table
Oh, sorry.
is an energy burst. When I successfully cast a spell, I'm surrounded by a burst of energy, and I roll a d6 to see what that is and what it does. So I have to successfully cast it first.
Yes. Yep. Give me that cast then. But sorry, the manifestation is, what does it look like when you cast Magic Shield? I don't think you rolled that D6 for that
Sorry,
yet.
I heard an M and I thought mercurial. So
Yeah.
1d6. It's going to be a 2.
Yellowish force
Yellow
field.
force field.
Ooh, cool.
Okay, so
The color of pee.
I already have a +2 to my roll, and I'm adding 2 from my agility because I made it from a 12 to a 10. So let's go. +4. Ooh, I rolled an 8. I got a 12.
Whoa.
Oh, you just got it. Okay,
I just
great.
got
That was-
it.
And remember, you can always use luck after the fact to
Okay.
top it off. But you just got it. So you're going to get a weak shield with a +2 bonus to AC for 1d6 rounds. Roll me that d6.
So the d6 for the number of rounds is going to be 4 rounds.
Great.
And then I guess I have to roll my mercurial thing since I succeeded.
Yep.
So I roll a d6. Number 5. Instead of determining an effect at the time of the spell acquisition, roll 1d4 each time the spell is cast and compare to above results. I don't know what that means.
Oh, so I guess what that means, and I didn't realize this the first time, we should have rolled that d6 up front. So every time the spell is like that same burst.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just saying, if you rolled a 5 or 6 the first time we did that, every time you're going to re-roll it. So it's going to be, we were interpreting it as that random result. So here it's basically like roll 1 to 4 every time is kind of what we're doing from now on. So give me a d4.
Okay. A 3.
Okay, a 3 is going to be an Aura of Frost. 1d4 cold damage to everything within 10 feet. And automatically snuff out torches and lanterns. Good thing Sir Isaac
Awesome.
Newton is 15 feet away.
Yeah.
But had you been a little closer to baddies, that would have been a nice way to kind of like puff out some of them, right? With a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Which baddie do you want him to attack?
Any
Sir Isaac
baddie
Newton.
besides the one that Sir Isaac Newton has already damaged, because Sir Isaac Newton's plan is to finish off the one with the red dot with his bow.
The red one, yep. Ooh, okay.
Crit?
Yeah, that's a crit. That's a natty
nice.
20. So we know that orange is going to be toast. And then I have to go to the monster crit table.
Ooh.
Because monsters, that's crit table N.
M for
where
monster.
are you? M is for monster. There we go. And then he is going to roll. Okay. Need die swap. All right. Okay, well, this isn't going to do a lot of good because that guy is dead.
Oh.
Weapon is lodged in the the enemy's chest. Attack inflicts plus 2d6 damage and additional 1d6 on the next round. So that guy is thoroughly skewered.
Wow.
Thoroughly skewered, but that's not really going to impact anyone else. But that's a pretty bad crit. Imagine if you were on the receiving end of that one.
Oh my god, yeah.
Excellent job, Ryder Storm McClintock. You've proven yourself in battle once again. And then Sir Isaac Newton lets out. He shoots up in the air to allow gravity's strength to increase the power of the arrow as it flies in with a 11 to hit.
That's going to hit.
That's a hit. Yeah.
5 points of damage.
That's enough to finish off Red from the first round.
Right.
Good job. Yes, and not because you were the first RPG player ever to correctly use gravity bow the way it was intended. Actually use gravity. Okay, Naomi, the woodcutting warrior.
right,
you are
Naomi.
surrounded.
She is. She's going to take a swing at this guy right in front of her with the pink dot.
Okay.
And she's going to use her mighty deed to try to trip him.
Okay.
Okay, that is going to be a 13 to hit, but I did get the 3 on
13 will hit.
Okay.
Give me damage.
It's a D10. Just 1 point of damage.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh, no.
1 point is not enough. However, so for certain of these mighty deeds, there are actual tables for them where you can see specifically what they reference, and tripping is one of them. So you knock the enemy off balance, they get a reflex save against your attack roll. Failure means they're knocked prone and must spend its next action standing up. And if you attack them again, you get a +2 bonus. So let's do that reflex save against your attack roll. That's going to be a fail. So Pink is going to take 1 point of damage and go prone. Okay.
Now, do I also get a move action?
Yes. Now, there is an interesting kind of ambiguous area when it comes to DCC, and that is aren't really attacks of opportunity, but there is kind of wording on this thing called a withdraw, where you have to basically withdraw from combat, otherwise someone can kind of get a hit on you. So it says once a character is engaged in melee, he cannot back away without opening himself up to attack. If a character or monster withdraws from an active melee, whether to retreat, move, or a new position, his opponents immediately receive a single free attack. I would probably argue here, because you're so surrounded, these people will swipe at you. So I don't know if you want to move.
Bring it on!
5 attacks against you. All right, you're gonna stay?
Naomi leaps over his prone body to get to the guy with the big head.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Fortuna Fawet Boulder.
Sure. 11 is going to miss.
Yep.
A 20 is going to hit. Let's see how many attacks is this. 5. 14 will miss.
Yep.
3 will miss. 12 will miss. All right, 1 hit.
All right, nice.
4 max damage 6.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But you're there. You're on the guy. So that was an attack. You knocked this guy prone, and then you got over him pretty strategically there. And now you're at the guy in the back. Okay.
And actually,
Sweet
you know
Eloise.
what?
Sure.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! I was trying to get behind, put him between me and the army, but I can't. I don't have enough movement. So there is where I shall stand.
Okay. Great. Sweet Eloise. The
Okay,
bathroom
so-
bandit.
Yes, one of her nicknames is the Bathroom Bandit. The Dwalin, the hand puppet Dwalin, gave it to her, but she doesn't talk about why. No one really knows why. So let me ask you if I can do this. I'm gonna do a heroic deed. My plan is to do an uppercut swing with the sword into his smooth crotch, with enough force to knock him out into Earth's orbit and landing on the moon. Aggravating a bunch of moon men and summoning an army of moon warriors to come and finish this fight for us.
It's very heroic.
That's a heroic
Very
deed.
heroic.
Is there anything in the
However-
rule book about that?
Yeah,
Is that on your table,
It doesn't
David?
say that. It doesn't say that a mule can't play football in the
Wow.
rule book.
Now, on all these mighty deed of arms tables, there's blinding attacks, disarming attacks, pushback attacks. There is hitting enemies into orbit attacks. The problem is the results on the roll. There's answer for 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 plus. And unfortunately, that's a 7 plus. And you only have a D3D die right now, so you can't quite get summon moon army on your behalf
army.
just yet. But once you're
Okay.
like roughly a level 7 or level 8 warrior, it's possible. As far
Okay,
as I
I'll
can
work
tell.
up to that. For now, I'll just
Yeah.
attack him.
So there was a table for that. I feel really
There's a table.
stupid.
As
Natty
David takes a
18.
solid drink.
11 points of damage on the
Which one?
the rearmost one, the one behind me.
Dead.
Ah.
Great. Do you want to move? You will provoke from the single pink one to your north.
No, I plan to just hack through them like fell them like bamboo stalks by a machete until I can get next to Naomi.
Okay.
Or Naomi's corpse.
Or Naomi's corpse. Either way, we're going to have a nice big dinner tonight.
Next up is the Shadow. And the Shadow knows that it's going to shoot a black... No, you know what it's going to do? It's going to do this. It is going to run around Naomi. Naomi, you get your attack of opportunity.
Oh, kill him!
Now, David, I have a cute little cat coin. I believe is luck. And
Yep.
can I just expend that to give a little luck on this roll?
+1. That will give
Plus-
you a +1. Just like spending your own luck, basically. That's a carryover from the funnel.
I will use this luck.
Okay?
And I roll a 15.
15. So your 15 is going to hit.
Yes!
Roll
All right.
damage.
Crush him!
With the battle axe. 9 points of damage.
Oh!
As you hit, you notice your battle axe just pings into it and you get like a stinger
Ooh.
where you couldn't hit it.
Don't like that.
And it just seems impervious to your weapon. From a distance, my two more learned spellcasters, both of you give me intelligence checks.
Okay.
Okay.
From a distance.
Trying to say I'm not smart.
7 total.
7.
no.
A natural
Grant?
20 for a 22.
There we go.
Clutch!
This is a very hard DC, but from your studies as an apprentice and also a newly minted wizard, that looks to be an immunity to magic or non-magical weapons is what you're seeing.
I see.
If only someone had a magical weapon around here.
If only someone had a magical weapon around here.
What? I've got one!
Oh, kill that one
She's
then.
talking about me! Shut up, sword! I'll kill him. We'll kill him together. All three of us.
It's time for the Goon Squad.
Oh boy.
And they are going to... Let's see.
Man, this is potentially like really bad. Like if they take out our lizard friend, they're all gonna converge on me.
They could also go after our spellcasters.
Actually, yeah. Well, most of them are near me, but yeah. Oh boy, here they come.
I know this one has to stand up, so we know he's not doing anything. This is hard to manage this many. I have to like stack them on top of the dead bodies. Way too many tokens. For those of you just listening, there are still 15-ish of these guys up. Around a dozen, actually.
And some
Ridiculous.
say his ghost is still moving tokens around the board to this day.
Lizard Man. Let's see. An 11, I think, misses. Where's my monster sheet? 11 misses the Croc Knight. 6 misses the Croc Knight. 14 misses the Croc Knight. 6, 14. 2 more. Ooh, that's a nat 20.
Oh no.
And another nat 20.
Oh.
So
Oh no.
No, Sir
Yeah.
McClintock.
No.
you can probably kiss the Croc Knight goodbye. Let's roll 2 damages. 3, and then 2 crits. 6 and a 3. His legs are going to get knocked out from beneath him, knocking him prone. I'm going to say that knocks him off his mount.
On top
then
of
with the 6.
On top of. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, and then with the 6, one of those claws gets lodged in his chest. So one of the guys knocks him off, the other one strikes him, and strikes him so hard that his claws just go like really deep into him, and that Beakman's like, trying to pull it out and can't. And Ryder has expired.
Oh no, how does Guy
no.
Ryan feel about this?
Oh, yeah, really.
And they descend on his crocodile and kill the crocodile too. But that's fine. Sweet Eloise.
All right, sweet Eloise, just going to keep hacking her way through these guys.
Oh, no. Sorry, this is on Sweet Eloise.
Oh.
Does a 14 hit Sweet Eloise?
No.
That's a 10. And a 6. They all miss. This nicer armor you purchased is really paying off. But at the cost of fumbles.
This thing is paying for itself.
It is. Subaru.
Okay, so I see that our friend that we took over has died. I know that these guys are either just going to surround Eloise and or come to us. I've got an extra shield, and I have the aura of frost. So I'm just gonna go into the madness, I guess.
Okay.
So, I mean, I could do that, or I know that magical stuff hits Shadow Boy, but it would take me probably 2 rounds to get there, and then I'd have like 1 round left of my aura. So, yeah, I'm gonna stick with the first plan and just try to help out Eloise. I'm gonna go right up to the purple guy, and as I do that, I have my, my aura of frost that causes 1d4 cold damage to everything within 10 feet and automatically snuffs torches, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, that's me. I'm in that.
You're 10 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so then I'll step back here.
So it's unclear here when it says if the burst just happens when you cast it.
It's not a burst, it's an aura.
Yeah.
And since I have my shield for 1d4 rounds, I'm figuring out the aura.
Yeah, I'll say that that's fine. It is going to affect your allies, though. So standing there, though, it's 10 feet. So you're only going to get one of these.
You could stand on Ryder McClintock's spot if you wanted.
Yeah, I'll stand here on top of him so that I can get reach to hit the purple guy at least. I don't want to just stand there and wait.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say you can hit everyone standing around Ryder McClintock, but you're going to have to give me a damage roll of D4.
Okay.
And I will let you roll these individually.
Cool.
Nice.
So let's go left. We're going to go clockwise, starting with the yellow one with the blue dot.
First one is a 3.
3 damage, okay. Still up.
Second one is a 4.
Ooh.
Dead.
Nice.
Third one is a 4.
Nice.
Dead.
Yeah.
Fourth one.
3 again.
Okay. Not looking great. Next.
4.
Another 4.
This is awesome.
Love this dice.
That's great.
2 still up, 3 down. Last roll.
Last one. 3. Wow.
A 3. Well, it's very, very good rolls on average.
That's awesome.
So there were, 2, 4, 6 standing around the body of Ryder McClintock. You stepped onto Ryder McClintock's body. You dealt your cold aura damage. You killed 3 and very much maimed 3 others. Pretty successful turn.
That was awesome.
That was a very successful turn.
I think you still have an attack, though, right? Because you just moved up there. So do you want to hit that one that's adjacent to you that still has 1 hit point left?
Yeah. I'm going to hit him.
Go for it.
And I better hit.
Hit.
17 on the die, so that's 19 total.
Dead.
Oh, that's a crit.
Dead.
Oh.
No.
No.
That's Ozzy's dead. Though.
He's dead.
All right.
Very good turn. You
And
killed
then I also
4
have
of
my
them.
snake.
Oh, right.
Shit. And I don't even have a snake token. I am going to give you... This is really the best I got for you right now.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
Little Siamese cat.
Let's see. Players. Hold on. What? You can control it now. Where's it gonna go?
Awesome.
What's it gonna do?
He's going to go for the other one, the yellow with the blue dot that's still up. He gets a
Give me that.
+4 to hit.
In fairness, the token looks like a Siamese cat. It is a cobra. So it's going to bite with its... And cats hate snakes, let's be very clear. But
They do.
I don't have that many cute animal tokens.
So that was a 14 on the die, so it's 18 total. And then 1d6 points of damage. I mean...
Yeah, he had 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
You
Again.
bite into him. He'd be making a fort save for the poison as well, but that's not going to matter. He is dead too. So
You just
on this
wiped
turn,
out like half of the guys on this field. You
Yeah.
swept through the battlefield like the bubonic plague. That was incredible.
on this turn, you just wiped out 5 more of the beakmen of the starting 23. So that's a very
Incredible.
successful turn.
Incredible.
Okay, we are at top of the round. Unfortunately, Ryder is gone. He is out of the turn order. But Sir Isaac Newton, what are you doing?
Sir Isaac Newton got an eye full of the bulgy-headed guy that ran away from the fearsome Naomi. This map is so big it's hard to get on screen. He doesn't need to do this for the range of the spell, but he's going to fan out 30 feet to cast Charm Person on him. Swing big.
Whoa.
Good old charm person.
See if it works. David, do you need any more prep? Are you seeing if he's immune to mind effects or anything like that?
It's something else, actually. So
Or if he's an outsider or a demon, he gets a different penalty than a monster.
you're going to roll your spell check. But before we go through it, you're going to have to tell me the number.
Okay. Roll it.
Yep.
That is going to be a 14 on the die for a 17.
Okay. You succeed. He tried to counterspell you,
Whoa. Whoa.
but he did not succeed. Okay, what is... So you said a 17?
Yeah, do I need
And
to...
this is-
I need to... No, the manifestation is already done. A moonbeam from above kind of opens up above him to counter the sickly green light from the obelisk he summoned from the swamp. I don't think there was any other adjustments. Oh, a -2, so it goes from a 17 to a 15, but it stays within the same range of a 14 to a 17.
Yep, so he gets to make a will save, right?
Yep. So a 15 is the save instead of a 17.
Oh, man.
Natural 19 on the die. Oh, it won't matter anyway because there's a +10 to will. So that's 29 to save.
Damn.
+10. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
he has got a lot of will.
it was worth a shot, and I'm glad I did it. But that spell...
And you still have the spell. And
Because
again,
I
that's
succeeded?
because you succeeded, and that's the fun thing about the system is you can keep
Really cool.
spamming that thing around until
Yeah.
you can't. And that's why die rolls and like that spell burn and burning your luck actually matters a heck of a lot just to manage your resources.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that's you moved and you did that. That's your turn. Fantastic. Naomi, you are up. You are a little to the north, off from the bigger group of people, and the shadowy man had run away from you, but you have since realized that your weapon does not do as much damage as you thought it would.
Yes. How do you... Sorry. Naomi is going to move back down to the crowd and take a swing at this gentleman with the yellow dot. And my mighty deed, I'm going to try to knock him into the others around him.
Okay.
Which you read off as a possible option. And maybe I can clear a way for sweet Eloise to bring her intelligence sword out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the good news is I got the mighty deed, but I rolled a natural 7. So that is going to be a
10.
10 to hit.
A 10 hits.
Oh,
A 10
Yeah.
hits the Beakman.
okay. That is 5 points of damage, and I get the mighty deed.
And that's enough. The mighty deed for a pushback attack is you push him back a few feet, enough space to access a door or staircase, basically, so you can move by them like you wanted. However, this Beakman goes down as you cut through them. So making room bit by bit. So you moved, you attack. That's your turn, right?
That was my turn.
Sweet Eloise, you are up, and the path free is closer and closer.
Okay, so Sweet Eloise, Pool Slayer, is going to swing first at the one directly to her east. This one standing alone there.
Okay.
That is a 15 to hit.
Hits. What about
Actually,
your deed?
18. And that is 10 points of damage.
Dead. So your deed doesn't matter too much. You've cracked open that space. Are you moving?
Yes. Oh, well, no, because that'll incur, right, from all three.
You will
So-
get 3 attacks against you.
Yeah, she's just going to stand there and just keep hacking.
Okay. That is totally fine. All right. Shadowy.
Oh, wait, no.
person.
Hey, I take it back. I'm going to go ahead and incur.
Okay.
She is going to go after the colorless, the non-chromatic man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so she's going to try to get away from the pack and after the guy.
I'll hold him
Okay.
off.
3 attacks against you. There's a 9, a 4, and a 7. So those all will miss. Then the chromatic, the black and white man is up. You're going to notice something a little different. You see him phase a little bit, like he's slowly starting to disintegrate. And suddenly his image concentrates and shoots a bolt out at you. This like black bolt into space towards you. But that's going to be a 14 to hit, which I believe misses.
That misses.
That misses, and it zings right past you off into space. And you still see him kind of phasing a bit more as a result of that. It looks as though it weakened him a bit.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And that's his turn. All right, it's Goon Squad time. Let's see who is still left. So there are going to be some that are going to close on the kitty cat. The snake. There are going to be some that close on Naomi now. And then one on Sweet Eloise as well. So both the kitty cat and Subaru have some friends. Naomi has about 4 or 5 on her, and then 1 peeled off on Sweet Eloise. And we're gonna do some attacks. Sweet Eloise, yours first. That's gonna miss. Naomi, you have 2, 4, 5. That's gonna miss. 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 And 13 misses. All misses.
Nice.
Then the kitty cat, the snake, 3 misses. A 20 is gonna hit.
Yeah,
Does a 13 hit?
it does not.
Okay. And an 11 does not hit. Okay, so we have 1 hit. And did I say a 20?
Yeah, 20 or 20 something. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah. That is going to do 3 damage to the kitty.
Okay, she's fine.
Oh, no.
And then, and we did yours already too, Naomi, right? So we are all set. Subaru, you are up. You have your Cobra right in front of you, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies within melee range of your Cobra. I would say 3 of these. Now, is your aura is going to end because it was only 2 rounds, right? Was that round you cast?
4 rounds.
Oh, it was 4 rounds. So you do
this
still
round
have it.
and next round.
So you still are going to have 3 of these within your aura. So with my
I'm gonna move.
My very, very generous ruling, you can roll damage on all of these people.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. A 3,
Okay. Next.
a 2,
Okay.
a 3,
Okay.
and a 2.
Ugh.
Okay. So no go down this time. Not quite as lucrative of an outing, but maybe you can whittle them away next round.
So,
Actually, no. The last one only had 1 HP from something else. So the last one
nice.
does get finished off. So that's good. So still 3 right there, right around you. So you moved up. Your aura got them. Who are you attacking?
Subaru's going to attack the one that's marked with the green dot, and then
Okay.
my cat/snake is going to attack the one next to it with the orange dot.
Okay.
So I get D20 plus 2. Oh, natural 20.
Oh my god.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Not that it matters. It probably has 1 hit point. So I do 1d. Where's my character? 1d8 from my spear. That's 1 point of damage.
All right. Give me. What's your crit die?
My crit die is a 1d6.
All right. Roll that.
2.
2. You slash to the head, remove its ear, inflict damage, and leave the enemy with a nasty scar. So it dies.
Nice. Dice
I just want to make sure.
My
I just want to make sure it didn't affect the neighbors or anything else. Okay, now Cobra's attack on the one next to it with the orange dot.
That's going to be a 19.
That's gonna hit
And that's a d6, so 2 points of damage.
with exactly 2 hit points left. That one goes down too.
Nice. Man.
Success. All right, Sir Isaac Newton, we're back top of round. There is one about 40 feet away from you near Subaru. There's still a bunch around Naomi, and then there's a single in front of Sweet Eloise as Eloise is making a beeline for the Shadow Man.
I think Subaru can take care of themselves. Sir Isaac Newton is going to let loose an arrow at the one threatening Sweet Eloise.
Nice.
Because
All right,
we couldn't be the cheese cutters. The cheesemaker. Here comes. Natural 20.
Oh, yes.
Woo!
Yeah.
Give me a crit roll, and I have your table up.
D6 for me, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, here comes a 1. Modified
A 1,
by my
opportunity-
luck. Yep, 1.
Oh, -1 then,
Minus
right?
1, so
Ooh.
0.
Oh, no.
So a 0 or less. Force of blows. A force of blow shivers your weapon free of your grasp. Inflict 1d6 damage from your strike, and you are disarmed.
I
You
take
actually-
1d6 damage?
No. You hit them so hard that
Yes.
it like your weapon comes loose, or you shoot that
Whoa.
arrow so well, and like your bow just like slips out of your hands.
Well,
Okay.
no, I think he hit it so hard that arrow did indeed fly right out of his grasp. Mm-hmm. It's like 40 feet away from him now. That was amazing.
So cool.
So cool. Now, there's one other rule, by the way, that I haven't been enforcing that I should enforce, and that is every time you fire a missile weapon into melee, there is a 50% chance that you actually hit one of your friends instead of the enemy, and then you roll to hit against your friend.
Oh, Skittle, love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that one tonight, just because nothing like killing your friends and then having them rage quit at the tail end of a 3-episode Scream arc. So,
So-
we're gonna lay back on that.
Regular damage here?
Yeah, regular damage.
5 points of damage.
Nice.
Dead.
Killed it.
Okay,
Yes.
you opened up the space.
Awesome.
Naomi, you have 5 of these surrounding you.
Yeah, it's not a great situation. Naomi is going to take a swing at the. And there's no such thing as a 5-foot step in this game, so it really doesn't matter which one I swing at because they're all going to attack me. I'm going to go for the northernmost one.
Yeah, cleaning out one of the ones cleaning out a flank is probably your best bet. So that would be one of 4 good choices.
16 to hit.
That'll hit.
7 points of damage.
Dead.
Nice.
Successful turn. Sweet Eloise, you are up. You now have a path made for you by Sir Isaac Newton. You can get to the Shadow Man. I wonder what you are going to do.
Okay, so yeah, Eloise was about to attack the one next to her, but it goes down from the arrow. She turns back and it says like, "Nice one, Isaac!" And she runs over to the black and white man, and as she is running, she pulls the potion of heroism out from her belt, and she pours it into her mouth, but she's pouring it into the mouth that has the hand puppet on it. So she makes it look like he's vomiting into her mouth, the potion of heroism. And she starts like, and she gobbles it up and throws the bottle away. And she will be ready to go next turn.
I'm going to let you get the whole way there, too. By the way.
Sweet. Okay, cool.
Yeah, just because for the flavor of that, you deserve an extra 5 feet of movement. Just having a puppet vomit into your mouth a potion, I don't think has ever been done on stream, and I'm really proud of that. I'm even going to give you a luck token for that one too, just in case.
Cool.
That is, I mean, that's more innovative than casting magic missile, in my opinion.
Well, I can't argue with you on that one.
So this guy is standing up directly against you and is quite terrified. The Shadow Man has no melee attack. He has a ranged attack, but for various reasons he can't use it. He is actually just going to stand there because he realizes if he runs, you're going to get an attack on him. So it's going to be the monster's turn. There's a single one on Subaru. That one's going to go first as we just grind through this. Subaru, that's actually an 18 to hit.
Ooh. Dang it.
Ooh, dang it. All right, Subaru, I hope you brought your hit points to the party. Only 3 damage, you're fine.
Yep.
All right, Naomi, let's do the gauntlet again. 12's gonna miss. 3's gonna miss. 3's gonna miss. What was that? There's only 4 of them around you. This is the last one. A 12 is gonna miss. No hits.
Yes.
Nothing like being a warrior with good armor.
It's awesome.
Subaru, you're up.
How many hit points did that one that hit me have left?
Not a lot. That one has been damaged by. Oh yeah. Well, dead aura. Could you slap another round
that's
on
why
it,
I was
right?
like, do I have to roll anything?
Nope.
So now I'm gonna heroically, with all my confidence of I didn't know I could do all of this before, like jump over these dead bodies and try to help my friend here and bring my cat along with me, but keep my cat kind of right here.
Snake. Okay, who are you attacking?
Oh wait, I don't want to get too close because you're in the middle. So I'm gonna stay back and try to aura like whoever I can from here and just maybe lure them away from Naomi.
Okay, I'm gonna say you can aura the orange person to the left.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna say your aura is kind of start of turn. Like you can kind of have it one way or the other. You can't like aura and then move an aura like same turn because it would kind of be like start of the subsequent turn. So if we get back around, you'll get your aura on these people. So maybe you do want to attack. I don't know.
So no aura on these people.
I'm gonna say start of turn is when the aura procs.
So I'm gonna be right up on this orange marked one and try to hit it. Let's go. 14 on the die.
Nice.
Makes it a 16. So D8. Oh my god, so many dice. Okay. A 4.
4 is just enough. That one goes
Awesome.
down.
And then my little snake hits the purple one. I mean pink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pink one.
D20 plus 4. Oh, that's gonna be a 12 to hit.
12 hits.
Nice.
Damage.
And they get a D6. 3 points of damage.
Had exactly 3 hit points left. That one's down too.
Helping
Amazing.
Well
friends.
done. You were just mowing people down.
The power of friendship, the slaughter.
Yeah.
All
Subaru
these guys.
is a wanderer no more.
She's found a home.
Found a home.
Wandered
in
into this
murder.
ability.
Sir Isaac Newton, you're up. There are 2 of these beakmen right by Naomi, kind of middle of the map. And really in the distance, you just have sweet Eloise sitting on the shadow guy. Who knows what might happen?
Yeah, I'm going to try to do the same thing, which is free up my badass warrior comrades and get one less attack of opportunity against Naomi. Even though Naomi needs a magical weapon to affect the other person, clear up that fray a little bit more, shooting the northernmost one that threatens. And we should say in this game, the first rank increment of a longbow is 70 feet, so I'm well within range here to do some damage. Here it comes.
Maj.
That is going to be a 10 to hit.
It's a hit.
10 hits.
great.
10 hits.
4 points of damage.
Dead.
Awesome.
Another one down. There is one left. From 23 beakmen down to 1. Naomi, you're up.
Naomi's gonna swing at the final beakman,
Yeah.
Go for it.
and she's gonna make her mighty deed that she wants to kill him in a way that's really embarrassing.
Okay. Right in his Kendall junk.
And I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, give me that fumble. Give me that fumboni.
Does it matter that I rolled a 3 on my deed die to make that a 4 total? Or is a natural 1 always a fumble?
Natural 1 is always a fumble. However, hold on. I think that this is in here. Can warriors use luck to get rid of fumbles?
I have a -1 luck modifier.
Oh, right.
But you can
still
spend
burn
your
your
points. You can spend your
Yeah, I think you can spend luck. I thought you could spend luck. Thought that was somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just totally making that up. But fine. If that is not the case, then give me a fumble roll based on your.
Now I have a fumble die for my armor. Does that come into play at all?
That's it. Yep.
So I just roll that. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, wait, I gotta do the. I'm trying to do it on D20. On a roll 20. 14.
Nope, I found it. 14. Okay, so a 14 is second from the worst. A 14, like a turtle on its back, you slip and land upside down, flailing about and unable to right yourself. You must fight from a prone position for the next round before you can recover your balance and rise. However, I found the rule I was looking for. Warriors and dwarves, and only warriors and dwarves, may burn 1 point of luck to cancel a fumble. The natural one still results in a miss, but you can burn a point of luck. Do you want to burn a point of luck, Matthew, to not fall prone? Okay, great. You fall prone like a turtle, and you're going to flail about for the next round until you can stand up. That's fine by me. Sweet Eloise, you are right up in the face of the Shadow Man. What are you going to do?
Okay, so she shakes the buckets of Beakman blood from her beard, and with this wild eye in her, like ever having drunk the potion of heroism, she looks at this creature, whatever he is. She's like, "When you get to hell, tell him the cheese cutter sent you." That is an 11 to hit.
An 11 to hit happens to hit AC 10. Give me the damage.
Okay. That is 7 points of damage.
With 7 points of damage, you hit. And you hit because your weapon is magical, because somehow randomly you got a magical sword.
Yeah.
As you hit it, there's a flash of light. And this flash, think of it almost as, I guess to continue with this black and white TV analogy, kind of that look when you turn off an old TV and the image kind of collapses into a line and then shrinks out.
Shrinks
That's
to a
exactly
dot.
what happens here. It shrinks out, closes, and then the beam of light goes up to the top of the obelisk that rose out.
Whoa.
There's nothing left behind there. So you fall out of initiative. The little being guy is gone. There's still one beakman up. That beakman falls to the ground like a doll.
Whoa.
And just goes lifeless there. As you stand around looking at this beakman, maybe even looting the guy that you charm person on, because you can pull another one of those lances off of him, as well as actually some pretty badass armor. Not much better than yours, but still good armor to sell at the bare minimum. You notice about 5 to 10 minutes later, all the beakmen, the ones you killed as well as the one that fell and was slain, the green flesh in the beaks slowly start to fall off. And suddenly you realize, as the more avian features fade away, there's human faces underneath, and dwarven faces underneath, and halfling faces underneath. And as the beakman thing melts off, these all look to be just random peasants just like you.
Oops.
We should
And
probably
directly
get
in
out
front
of
of
town.
You see this large tower covered in mud and silt, and you just see the big opening directly in front of you to go inside. And that's the end of this part of the adventure in Dungeon Crawl Classics on New Game Who Dis.
Great
So we
job.
killed one baddie, but then like 24 peasants.
We did it!
You did it. You weren't even supposed to do this encounter. In fact, this encounter was written as, let's see, if the party remains hidden, they have little to fear. Because if you wait long enough, they go into the village and start grabbing villagers and bringing villagers back and capturing them, kind of like what the other people were doing. If, let's see, if the PCs had betrayed their position, the master turns the surging horde against the PCs, meaning almost certain death unless the party acts quickly. And I would say that you acted quickly. And having 2 warriors roll very well, having some solid magic users, you guys are built actually to dispatch a crowd like this. Very, very good crowd control. You haven't come up against magic users yet at this point, but you managed to actually land some good characters from your level 0 funnel. You know, build out some good features, and well, now there's this tower standing in front of you and something inside. Wow. And that's it. That's Dungeon Crawl Classics. Hopefully this has been a good 3-week introduction of some very low-level play. I'd like to thank all 4 of you for joining me, obviously, for my inaugural outing here. And yeah,
Thank you, David.
Yeah, great job,
pretty
David.
much it.
Great job, David.
Yeah, this is.
Thank
I
you
know
for
how
having
incredibly
me.
stressful New Game Who Dis can be for a game master. So, congrats, you did very well. And this is a blast. I would love to come back to this. I
Super
love
fun.
this system. I love these characters. I would love to do more of this. So.
I enjoy it's almost like popcorny, the way you can just kind of play through it. You know, you don't have to really get deep in the rules. There's a good amount of hand waving. You can homebrew your own lore, such as halfling males being consumable. And, you know, that there's a fun part of that versus a lot of other systems we play where like the lore is like so by the book. So, you know, this is
very
fun.
old school. It's very old school.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah. So, again, thank you all. I guess I wasn't really prepped here as far as how you end these things, but I guess this is New Game Who Dis, wrapping up and signing off Dungeon Crawl Classics. I'm David, and thank you again to Skid, Grant, Matthew, and Kate for being here with me. So, until next time, good night.
Bye.
Reverse Mulan.
Right.
Reverse Mulan. There's no halfling funerals, only barbecues.